Fargo's a weird one because I love the Coen brothers. Like their movies, like they're awesome. And actually, the few of them I've put onto our movie night list. But like, I watched Fargo in basically an empty theater with my girlfriend at the time.
And you got your dick sucked.
A little bit.
But I saw it in the movie theater too. I saw Fargo.
But it was fucking empty, and it had been open for like, I don't know, 2 weeks. We went to see it, and it was like, I don't know, like a 10 o'clock show. It was a late show, but not like a midnight showing. Yeah, but the fucking thing was empty, and I just could not get into the movie. I've since come to love it, but it took a few watches before I could kind of get over that hump of just being like,
that's why you need to watch the series though, because
and I haven't watched the series yet.
You gotta watch the series.
They said the series is good.
The series is great.
Yeah,
it feels like you're watching Fargo, but it's not. It's not. It's not based on the same cop or anything. It's just it is dealing with cops and crime and people getting away with really nasty shit. But no, it's good. No, but it's not following the same characters or anything like that. It's a whole different new thing. Yeah.
That's cool.
I like the characters, like when they're in the buffet. It's all about eating, which I'm big on the food. Oh, Norm, you got Arby's on me.
Is that in it? I haven't seen Fargo in forever. I saw that
so good.
Well,
the best is when she's got the gun and she's pointing to her badge.
Yeah. Because he's running the wood chipper.
Oh, yeah. Like, and her line is like, looks like you got your friend in the wood chipper, huh?
Yeah. His fucking gym sock is sticking out of it on his foot.
I might have to disagree with their police work there. I think those are dealer plates.
It's a DLR.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Margie?
Boy.
No, it's really good. Again, I've come to love it, but yeah.
Margie, I think I'm gonna barf. She's pregnant.
Yep.
Oh, that passed. So good.
There's so many great lines. Yeah, it's
it's great. Well, I say that because he smoked a lot of Marlboros. Oh yeah,
that's right.
So you're having sex with the little fella. Yeah.
He's kind of funny. He's kind of funny looking.
Yeah,
what do you mean funny looking? Funny looking how?
Funny looking. Yeah.
Funny looking. Steve Buscemi.
I'm hungry now, you know.
Yeah.
I'm hungry now, you know. I'm not getting fucking pancakes. We had fucking pancakes. I'm not getting fucking pancakes again.
I want a steak. I want to get laid.
On a cheeseburger, no hamburger.
So should we start the show since I think
we're live?
Gonna be late. Oh, we're live already. Okay.
Yeah, I just we're talking.
We're talking Fargo.
Movies.
I think me and 34 are the only ones that realize when we go live.
I did see it. Oh. But Dave Private and Dave Live don't change.
No, it was good content. I figured I'd just go live. All right, you want to do the intro there, Max Hedman?
Yeah. Welcome to the Arcade Hangout. We're a group of friends that like to get together once a week, talk about arcade games and multimedia and Fargo and what we're drinking. What's everybody drinking? Andrew, what are you drinking today?
Yeah, I actually started with a local IPA, but I switched over to an invisible can.
Oh, it looks like Stone.
It's Stone. Yeah, it's more delicious.
Oh, okay.
I've been, like the funny thing is, like that's become like one of my go-to, just like keep that in the fridge beers.
I love that beer. Yeah,
it's just it goes down well.
It's so good on tap too, if you can get it on tap.
Well, that's where I was having it.
Yeah.
We were on,
Dave, what are we doing here, Dave?
In the lawn.
Oh yeah.
On here?
I'm trying to show my Bud Light. Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the Bud Light neon. I gotta get it. Oh wait. Wow. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I love how we're all like moving around to.
And then, like we're trying to.
It's like I was just trying to show the Bud Light.
So Dave's drinking Bud Light, but Seabart's drinking Bud.
Wiser, Bud, wiser.
Wiser.
Come on now, let's earn the respect.
And I did play. I played a little track and field today.
Doing Mine Haze.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. With the guy from work, he stopped over, and I had all my extension cords. All my games are. I gotta get new electric, and we had the power outage. I haven't played them since then, really, because I took all the extension cords out to run to the house. And the guy from work, I'm like, you know what? Well, fuck it. I could plug this. This is right here. I'll just plug this and we play a little bit. And he's like, because I'm like, oh, this is Hyper Sports. I'm trying to explain this is a sequel, but this actually has a track and field. He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, we'll play a game. It didn't get past the shot put.
Do you have like a multi in there?
No, I have the track and field board in.
Track and field board's in.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. The Hyper
So how were you
Sports
playing Hypersport?
No, I was explaining to him that this was Hyper Sports because he's looking at it. I'm like, no,
Oh,
you
I
probably
see.
this was the sequel, not an arcade guy.
Yeah.
Like, but the track and fields. He goes, oh no shit, wasn't that like Javelin? And I'm like, yeah, dude, we can play it. Fuck it, let's plug it in. You know, because
Awesome.
I'm like, it may not work because the thing is, these games are supposed to like turn them on, and they hadn't been on in a while. You know, they've all been down. So I'm wondering what else is gonna be broken, but it did work. That's Gak's old game, and it was solid.
So do you have a Hypersports board?
Yeah.
So you just do like an internal, you just swap it between the two?
I just swapped it. Yeah. I don't have a switch or anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Hypersports in it.
Because I added the multi to mine,
thing, yeah.
which is fucking amazing, dude.
But that's way beyond my skill level to do what you did.
That install is.
I remember you. Yeah,
somewhat complicated.
That's beyond me.
Yeah.
I should just send it in and let them do it.
Well, yeah, and I think that Tony will. Like if you just send your board to him,
it's a lot of
buy
money
the kit,
though. It's like $300, right?
Not cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got.
But it gets me everything.
I know that would be nice. One board.
Yeah.
You know,
and you can play
boards,
either one or both.
You know,
mix and match.
Yes.
Yeah. I need to rebuild that monitor in there so I can play it some more because it's a ton of fun.
Oh, and then for those of you who don't know, Space Adventure Pinball, that is the game that's a kid's pinball machine. It's in between there.
It's not just really far away.
No, yeah. It's a little kid's pinball machine that my parents bought for my son, and then he wanted it in the arcade. Well, it's just because everything was moved because I had all this construction and new washer dryer and
how's your basement construction going?
Well, it's a little frozen. I got a new driveway and I got the stackable washer and dryer. And this is great because I decided to, I had extension hoses from my washer over to where I'm going to move the washer. Like, you know, because, all right, we're moving, we're going to stack them, maybe save space. So I had like 8 feet extension hoses. And when the delivery came for the new washer and dryer, my washer started leaking. So when it's 14 years old. So I needed a new one anyway. And the dryer I only had for 3 years, but it was a killer deal. I bought it for $297. I sold on Craigslist for $225 because it was like like digital. It was nice, but I couldn't stack it because the new ones changed the profile, so you couldn't stack it. So I went in. I'm like, hey, I want to stack these. He goes, well, you can't stack the new one with the old one.
That's
like,
so lame.
All right. So I'm like, all right, I'll just sell this and get 2 new ones. But so I could do it with all like extension hoses, like for the washer, and then have an extension hose for the discharge from the washing machine. But I called the dad's cousin, who's like dying of cancer, but still works all the time, and you know he's thin as shit, but he's old school plumber. And I asked him on the phone. I go, how much would this be? He goes, oh, I don't know. I got to see it. And I never asked him again. My fault. So granted, I have copper line. I don't have PEX. He extended with all copper line and then put a PVC pipe for the discharge, which I wanted instead of having it in the sink. With some people, I don't know how you guys do it. You know, it's hanging in the sink with the thing, and you're always fighting with it. And I'm always worried my wife's gonna leave a sponge in there or something, and it'll block up the drain and just overflow.
Yeah.
So
and then your games are also a code thing because, like in Ontario, we have to have the hose from your washer has to go into an actual line and not into a sink or down.
Oh, really?
It has to have an actual drain, P-trap, drain up to the box where the water connections are, and the drain hooks right in.
Yeah, ours is
to prevent things like that.
But so I asked him, and I could have gotten away with all this just with extension hoses. So he came. Granted, he was 2 days, and I had to carry the torch up because he's weak and did this, and I'm like. So he was done. I'm like, hey, Uncle Pat, how much is it going to be? Oh, I don't know. I got to figure this out. I'm like, I'm fucking dead. So I carried this shit up. It was $775. And I could have gotten it for zero just with extension hoses. But it's done right, I guess. And it's way less than a plumber would have charged because it's all copper. But like in this particular case, PEX would be okay because it's not like in walls or anything. Like, if there's ever a leak, I would see. I don't even know if that stuff leaks. I know this is the old school way, but I don't think I would have done it if I knew it was $775. I would have just been like, well, maybe just do the drain for the discharge, because that's easy. It was the copper line. Parts were $375, and he charged me $400 in labor.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of copper. It's done with there's 3 shutoff valves or 6. There's 3 different spots with shutoff valves. I had 1, and now there's one for the sink, and there's valves for the washing machine. But I was like, gulp. I mean, that was my Dragon's Lair money. But I can't go to Canada to get the Dragon's Lair anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, we don't want your kind up here.
No, but you can't. We don't want yours either. No,
yeah,
you don't
I know.
Want us. You don't want us.
Also, we appear to be at an impasse.
Yeah, so God knows when. So that's fine. But I keep looking at the piping like, I didn't need to buy this. Like I should have asked when he was here.
Just get the couplers and get some PEX.
No, it would have been like I could have just used the hoses. He could have just done the drain, which was 2 seconds. The copper is what took forever.
Yeah.
And that's
it's all hard lines you're running over, right?
Yes, it's all hard line. It looks beautiful. It's old school. It's beautiful. But I would have just done the drain and said, why don't we just do the drain and I'll just do the extension hoses from the water line, because it's not that bad. It's going behind the sink. It's just yeah. So
Sure hope you're happy with where it is, because it will never move again.
No, yeah, I'm happy. Let me save a little space, but
yeah.
There's Tony.
Tony.
And I got the new driveway, and it's got footprints on it, which I sent to Jim. Wasn't that fucking crazy, Jim?
That was a lot of fucking footprints.
Well, no, it's not footprints in the concrete. It was he came to seal the day after we sealed concrete here, which I didn't because of salt.
Yeah.
Like my friend Alana was like, "What are you talking about seal? We don't do that here." And I'm like, and it's because of salt. And it's like he used like a latex sealer. But I was gone for 2 hours, and I come back, and I'm like, oh, there's a lot of fucking muddy footprints on my approach, which is right when you enter the driveway. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to get the hose. I'm looking at my garbage cans, and they're moved off the driveway. And I'm like, Julie, did you move the garbage can? She's like, no, the concrete guy was here. I'm like, did he seal this? Like, did he just seal over these fucking muddy footprints? So they're like, well, Julie tried to take the hose today, and they won't come off. So, seriously? But a guy at work, he used to do concrete, and he says that'll come off with a power washer, especially if you use latex, because I think that'll come off. But he's going to take off the seal.
You can just take off the latex too, yeah.
Yes, but I'll just reseal it like in October.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't want these. It's like 25 fucking footprints right at the end of the driveway. It might as well be somebody stepped in concrete, because that's how much it would bug you.
It's like some little kid like scratched his name in there.
Yes, I mean, like, what the fuck? This was perfect. Like, why would you do that? And when he moved the garbage cans, there was dirt under the garbage cans, and so he sealed that into like I did.
Why would you seal that?
If he told me he was going to seal like this day, he would have said, "Call me the day before, Dave. Take a hose to any dirt because I'm going to seal it tomorrow." It's been like a week, but he didn't do. He just showed up and sprayed the fucking sealer on it. Made me lose my mind. I'm losing my mind.
That seems lazy.
It does. He's the owner of the business. I'm like, what the fuck?
Amateur.
Unless he didn't really notice. But the garbage cans you would have noticed. Maybe the footprints, you're in a rush. But the garbage cans, you pull them away and there's
I don't know. That was a shit ton of footprints.
Yeah.
That was a lot of footprints, man.
Yeah, he said, oh, I noticed that. I'm like, well,
and they're dark.
There's
contrast.
Yeah. Yes, they're not coming off. It looked great until I went to the fucking store and come back, and now they're permanently in, hello. Like, you spent all this time, all this money, and I have no complaints.
You look closely, and his initials are in there, too.
Yeah, right.
To him.
Oh, it's like nuts. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm the old man with his concrete.
Pressure washer will fix it. I did my patio last month, and you got that pressure washer turned up high enough, you can blow chips of concrete out of your patio if you want. It'll take that foot.
Yeah, I think it'll take, because it's just under the latex seal. So
yeah, but you're gonna make the guy come back and reseal it.
Well, or I'll just say fuck it. I'll do it now. I'll do it in October myself because there's no salt now.
Just get tar. Just tar it.
Just yeah. But nobody does blacktop in my neighborhood. Like my driveway's not that long. Like some neighborhoods in Buffalo, we were talking about that with GAC.
You'd have to have a town meeting
on our poker thing, but we were talking.
I just heard GAC. Hey, GAC.
What's up, guys?
What's up, dude?
Ooh, look at that nice arcade he's in.
I know.
Yeah,
you just redid the floor.
He got carpeting down. He's got all those posters mounted. It looks like.
Right.
All right. I gotta go get a beer.
All his screens are working. He's got an environment discotron on the back.
He's got a Zaxxon.
Zaxxon.
They're all very still though.
Yeah, the screens
I have a new
much.
mod.
They're all frozen. They need cap kits.
Yeah, you're gonna burn the shit out of those monitors.
Yeah.
Any Grinkers posters on that wall there, buddy?
No, it's on the other wall you can't see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mark, I'm loving that background, buddy. Can you render that in 3D? Because that'd be really awesome with one of the recognizers like coming out at us.
No.
Oh. Yeah. Everyone's giving you notes, Mock.
Yeah. The last note I got really frustrated me. It's like putting a SART carrier in there. It's like, why didn't I think of that? That would have been cool. Have it slowly go across from left to right.
Like the way the cloud is going across in the top there.
Yeah, but going like, I'm going the other way or whatever. Yeah. Maybe that'll be a 2.0 update.
Tron 2.0. Speaking of which, that Tron 2.0 picture you posted in Slack, that's very cool. I don't think I ever saw that one.
2012.
Which one? Oh, the one when I was young.
Yeah.
Had darker hair. And
it was like 20 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Or was it 2002? Was it
2002. Yeah.
18 years. Yeah.
18.
But I remember, I definitely bought that game brand new and played the shit out of it. So I was.
So I have a kind of a story behind that. Not very long story, but when G4 used to be on TV, do you guys ever watch G4? Was that video game channel?
I think I watched it when they switched over to YouTube, but I didn't have cable at the time.
Oh, okay. I watched it before it switched over to merge with Tech TV. So I was watching it from the get-go when it first started. And I was a pretty prominent person on the forums. Like I was on the forums all the time. And I used to chat like with some of the hosts off and on too. Like I was even on the g4tv.com in that where you're hearing it live and you're chatting and they would say your name and talk about, so-and-so says, I think it was Mock even back then, says, something about a game. They do kind of a shout out to the chat room. But anyway, I was in there and I was chatting with Tommy Tallarico back when he used to be on that show. He's the guy who's now has the new Intellivision system he's making, and he's a sound designer for a ton of video games out there. He's made a ton of his audio company makes, that's what they do. Anyway, cool guy. Anyway, just for fun, we were talking about Tron, and I said, I have a graphic I made at one of my very first 3D things I've ever made, Tron. And he goes, I'll post it. So I posted it, and he was like, oh, that's fucking awesome. And it was of a light cycle running from the tanks on a grid with the game grid, and the tank is shooting like it's cannon at the light cycle. I'll post it in a minute. I'll look for it. I'll post it in the chat. But anyway, a Disney exec saw it on the chat room and said, hey, we're promoting Tron 2.0. The game, the PC game at E3, and Sid Mead's going to be there and some other people. Do you want to go? I said, fuck yeah, I want to go.
Oh, yeah.
No,
so
it sounds boring.
I got a personal invite from the developers to come to E3 and then meet Sid Mead and stuff. And that was fucking amazing, So, yeah. So I drove to LA, and it was not VIP treatment, but you walk in and you have a special line for those people, you don't have to wait in the big line, and they go, here's your badge, here's the thing, go on in. It's just like, it was like almost like a press pass type thing. You just get to go right in. So yeah, it was a sweet day. So plus you get to see all the games that they're working on, usually about a year or less before they come out. You get to check stuff out, but you get to see levels that they're still working on, and things that they're trying to do, and talking to the Tron developers was kind of fun too. But I don't know if you guys have played Tron 2.0, the PC game. I don't know, Andrew, you have,
I know of it, and I remember it was a first-person type game.
Yeah, it's a first-person.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's not really canon. But
no, it's non-canon. But they nailed it. It's instead of being Flynn's son, it's Alan's son.
It's Alan's son.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's a little similar to the movie too. I mean, they took some stuff from it.
Yeah. But I love the idea of, and it was a lot bigger of a concept back then, but like the idea of like basically a virus was infecting the system. So it was not just the MCP guys that you were fighting versus like the good guys in blue. It's like the virus started taking over and they're all green.
And they infect your systems and you got to clean them and stuff.
They fuck they fuck up your first person like player. Like you can
your
upgrade
abilities.
There's like an RPG aspect to it where you can upgrade like your disc and upgrade your shields and upgrade and add things like where you can shoot like multiple discs at a time. And like it'll infect those systems that you can pick and choose in the RPG, and then you have to like clean them.
Yep, clean the viruses out,
and you
because they give you bonus abilities. Yeah,
it's a really
fun.
Cool thing.
Yeah.
But there's also like this concept too of like you just jump between different systems, whereas in different levels you're actually on different basic computers, and one of the systems is like you're on basically a PDA.
I remember that.
Yeah, the PDA system. You have zero memory because you have to load basically the applications that you can run.
Yeah.
You can run like 2 applications and that's it, which really sucks. So it's a very clever, well put together game. I actually replayed it, I don't know, 5 or so years ago when it relaunched on Steam. I bought it again just to have it. I still have the disc somewhere, but it was like $5 on Steam. So like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna play this game again.
Cheap. The people modders have fixed a lot of stuff too, so they made it widescreen and all that. Yeah.
So that's the way I reran it.
Yeah.
And they fixed some of the game bugs too. There was a couple game bugs that were
and texture bugs and things that were like sloppily. It's not so much bugs; it's just sloppy texture mapping. That's all it really is. It's just because once you get in your deadline, they just kind of slap shit together. It's good enough. Go.
Right. But they had enough stuff from like the movies. They had bits, like yes, no. So like there's these things where it's like you go through doors and you had to basically the bits become like keys. So like Doom and all the games, right? They've all had keys. So you got to go find the key somewhere in the level, and then bring that to the door that you can't get through to get to the next part. And like clever little things where it's like you'd touch it if you didn't have the key, it would be like no. But when you get the key and you put it in there, it goes yes, and the door opens up. Ding. So it's like so many little like clever throwbacks to the movie that made it fun and engaging. Like if you were like a fan of Tron, but we're proper computer things.
Yeah, I had a lot of computer stuff that you recognize. I like that you could read people's emails in there. I thought that was kind of fun.
That's how they did the story, really.
That's how you learn what's on the story's unfolding. Yeah, and Rebecca Romaine Stamos was the main chick in it. Her voice, what's his name? Bruce Boxleitner's voice was in it.
Yep, Tron was in it for sure.
Also, is it Sydney Morgan? Is that her name? Played Yori. Yori's in it. She's a character, Mathria, I think her name is. I'm not sure, but
yeah, she's like one of the sort of like power user kind of things.
Yeah, and you do pick up other weapons and stuff, but the disc was always the most powerful. So it's like I use that the most, and you can block people's shots and stuff. And
they introduced like the idea of like a sniper rifle kind of idea, and there were grenades and stuff like that. Yeah, so they expanded the arsenal of just you're not playing with just a frisbee, but but still, it was all first person, really well done,
fun,
great fun story.
If you're into Tron at all, it's worth a look.
Yeah, I mean it's a 18-year-old game now, but it looks that way a little bit, but it's still 100% worth playing.
What's the big bad in the game?
It's the virus thing.
It is the virus.
It gets worse and worse and starts really corrupting the world. Just starts like just looks so corrupted and awful. Yeah. It's sort of like the MCP taking over, but just even worse. Almost it's just corruption, cracked walls, and.
But it's cool because it makes sense though. Like the funny thing is like you go into it, and it's a little bit of a spoiler to say the virus thing, because like you go into it and you think like it's Tron, and it's like me versus the MCP, and it's like red guys, you have to learn how to fight them, and they turn out to be like the easy guys, and the virus guys are really fucked up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How about the red guys with the shields? You got to shoot down and hit their feet.
Learn the shields.
Something I didn't know talking to the developers, that your disc is twice the damage if you can hit the people from hitting a wall first. So if you hit a wall behind them and it hits them, it's almost instant death. So
interesting. I don't think
I didn't even know that. They don't say it anywhere in the game, but it's in there. It's like a little hidden thing. So
end of line.
Thank you, Jim. Let me see if I can find that Tron pic. It was one of my very first 3D images I ever created. So I think I have it on. What's that? Was that art? What's that website?
DeviantArt.
DeviantArt. That's it. Thank you. Haven't been there in a while.
I have a page up there with some really, really old, crappy artwork.
Yeah, mine's crappy too. But I don't care. Fuck
I haven't
it.
touched it in a long time. Yeah, I've been on DeviantArt forever.
All righty. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. People can see my other work on here if they want. Oh, it's not on here? Anyway, it's dead air. Go ahead, someone talk about something.
I'm picking up 18 games tomorrow.
Holy shit! You're spilling the beans.
You settled on a price?
Yeah.
Was it your offer, or did he go up higher?
No, I got my offer, but he was holding back 2 games. He was holding back the Silkworm and the Wrestle.
That's a kit game. I have a Silkworm board. If you know.
Was that the one that actually worked? That he said worked with Silkworm?
Yeah. But he told me today. He's like, hey, we plugged some of the other games. Well, Jim, do you know about this, Jim? Or,
I was if you talked about it on Thursday, I was pretty damn inebriated. So
now what it was, I called my friend. He owns a construction company, and I had to ask him about my floor with the black mastic from the asbestos, and I had mentioned that, oh yeah, I'm gonna, I want to get like carpet tiles because I got all these arcade games, and he's like, oh yeah, arcade games. We've got like 12. He actually has 20 that a former tenant, they had like trailers, whatever. He never paid his rent, so the games are just sitting there. So I go, and he's like, none of them are working, or one's working, the rest aren't working. And so I go look. Let me look at the pictures, and I immediately was like, oh, I want to come look. I was like, I said, send me some photos. And I didn't hear anything. So I went and looked, and let's see. Let's get back to the first one here.
It's an EDOT, a Journey.
Right.
No, a Quantum, a Major something. No, most of them are conversions. There's like a Centipede Cabaret.
Hey, orange balls! I'll have a box of those. Give me a box of those naked lady tees.
That's a big event golf. There's a wheel of fortune that's in some weird or I don't know what cabinet that's in. There's a Pac-Man Cabaret that was converted to 10-yard fight. There's a Monaco GP, which doesn't have the original steering wheel or the original shifter. Primal Rage, the game which I will gonna keep is a Battlezone Cabaret.
Oh, cool.
Williams Cabaret, that's a moto race.
What size monitor are in the Battlezone Cabarets?
I have no idea.
I think they're 13s. Yeah.
A Space Invaders Tato Cabaret. A Asteroids Deluxe Cabaret.
Got Asteroids?
Midnight Resistance. It's like the rotary, like the Akari Warriors, whatever. Yeah. Good old Capcom Bowling, an Altered Beast.
Got to have a Capcom Bowling in there.
Yeah.
Capcom Bowling is the one.
They were everywhere. They're like Arkanoids.
There's a Frogger. There's a Tempest Cabaret. A few other ones, and there's that
Tempest Cabaret is pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's the Monster, a Turbo.
What would a Tempest Cabaret go for nowadays?
I don't know. Well, I'll let you know when we sell it.
Yeah.
And then there's that Monster, that boxing game where you push the handles in?
Yeah.
It's like too much. Things like a grand piano. I told him, I go, we will pick up everything tomorrow except that big one.
So it's I saw the picture of the machine. So it's kind of like one of those. It's like I think they did like a WWF game in one, and Space Lords or something like that. It's kind of like a dual versus upright. The monitors are each kind of kicked back.
Yeah, it's huge. So it's There's like a metal bar
machine
that's in the front. It's Final Fight or Final Round, or it's not. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, and they have the big plastic little
with the
things
handles
that you put the handles on.
In.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It's a grand piano. It's enormous.
It's huge.
And
it's a newer game too. Relatively speaking. Yeah.
So most of the games are in like his warehouse. That boxing one, and a few of them are in a trailer in the back. And there's tanning beds that look like, this, Spock voyage, Spock would have been, they're huge. They look like missiles, the old school tanning beds. So I don't know if we're going to get, because I told him, I go, we're not picking up the big one. He goes, well, I got to get a forklift to get some of that stuff out of the way. But tomorrow we're going to pick up 12, at least 12, maybe more. Yeah, so I'm meeting Donnie there. He's got the U-Haul, and we got a good price on it. So it's it's good. And I'll get a battle zone out of it.
Is that the only game that you're planning on keeping?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because it's small. Like, I have no room. And I really would rather have the upright battle zone, because that's where. But I'm like, for the price we're getting it.
It's definitely neat, the cabaret.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely would have a cabaret.
Yeah. I mean, I could fit it down here.
So, Dave, the thing you didn't mention was when you were showing the pictures, I didn't notice it either. But Donnie said, You realize all the back doors are off all those machines.
Yes,
he said none of the machines are working.
Yes.
So, you pull the back door off. If it has the interlock switch, it's automatically going to shut off all the power.
Yep. So we'll see. We'll see how many actually turn on. But
I bet half of them work at least.
It was weird because he didn't say, "Oh, this one the monitor comes on."
They had the back doors open because they were working on them and they were broken.
Yeah,
we're crossing our fingers for you, though, dude.
It's still we're good. We're good either way. But Donnie noticed because you could see all the back doors, and they're like one of the games. The back doors are all like stacked up next to each other, and you could see that in the picture. And I just was like, because I'm like, all right, this is gonna be a good deal either way. I wasn't really looking. The only board I even looked at was the Tato Space Invaders, which looked clean because I looked through the coin door. I'm like, oh, there's the board. I didn't really inspect everything because I just wanted to see where he was at with price before.
But the cabinet's all looking in decent shape, even though
I didn't inspect them that much. Right. Either way, we'll be okay, I think.
Where are you going to store them?
They're all going to Donnie's. Except, it's his garage, and then he's got his storage at his folks' house around the corner. Because I'm like, well, I could do some here, but we're just going to take them there.
What's the final count on how many you're picking up?
18.
Holy.
Tomorrow will be like 12, and then it depends if we got the box truck. We're not taking that monster, so I'm like, we're gonna have to come back anyway. So if we can get in the trailers, there's like the Tempest Cabaret, the Frogger, and a couple other conversion games. Oh, and a turbo. There's a turbo in there.
Oh, I can hear that sound every time someone mentions that game.
Turbo.
That squeal. Oh, it's
What do you bet you come back with a tanning bed? I'll give you a discount if you take one of these tanning beds.
I know. It looks like a fucking torpedo. It's like
torpedoes. Next week's show, Dave, is just dark as can be.
Yes.
I got a free tanning bed.
Nice base.
Yeah.
You're set for the summer, dude.
I'm like, do people even use those anymore? Is it all the booths?
Yeah.
I still see
360.
I still see those stores or whatever you call them.
I went into them years ago, like when I was going to Cancun. I need a base, and they have the music. I got the glasses.
I mean, they used to be as common as Starbucks, but I think they've really dropped
you
down.
Don't see those brown people anymore.
People like melanoma.
They were orange. They were like Tony's shirt. They were like a weird color,
like our president.
Like this isn't. Nobody has this color naturally. Where are you going? It's like our president. Oh my God. Why does everything have to be political with you?
With me?
That's so easy. That was
I saw that comment,
wasn't it?
Wait, to be honest, has anybody else ever here been in a tanning booth besides me?
No,
I haven't. I can't tan, so
I mean, I did it like back in the day when I was in my 20s.
Tan.
Going to Cancun, I'm buffalo skin when I was with the airline.
Look at me, man.
Got a fucking tan.
I'm naturally tan. I don't need that shit.
Yeah.
Let me adjust the white balance. I can make myself. No, I'm just kidding. Sunburnt is actually what it looked like.
I wonder how many hours of sun that equated to. Me going in like 1,000 hours. My white skin. I went in both. I was in the kind you lay down, and I remember buying the fucking goggles.
Man, I remember seeing girls in high school, like they would get the spray stuff or the rub-on stuff, and they put like too much in certain areas. You could see like total dark streaks.
Like splotchy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, ooh, they kind of messed that up a little.
Yeah, they got really and
no, you could smell
orange.
it. You could smell
The
like
smell
your
of
skin
it,
burning.
yeah.
And they'd always have music blasting. Like you got the music, you know, what tunes you want? Oh, whatever, man.
Oh wait, so you're saying that the tanning booth would make you smell? I was talking about the
Yeah,
spray on shit.
No,
but, like,
the
you're
tanning,
saying,
because you could smell your skin burning.
Oh,
you know,
Jesus.
yeah.
You ever see Final Destination and those girls fry
Yes,
up and
I was
stuff?
just gonna. I was trying to think of what that movie was. Yeah, where yeah.
It's all those freak accidents, and they get locked
Yeah.
into like a tanning booth, and it turns up all the way, and they just get crispied, and then they catch fire. And
I remember I came
good.
home with Buffalo with
fun
my old
movies.
roommate from New York. He was from Georgia. And we came home. We had some beers at my parents' house. We were going to Cancun like in a week. So I was like, dude, let's go tanning. So I literally drove to the tanning spot, and it was like, you know, half a mile from my house. And when I came home, it was just, when I drove to my parents' house, it was just quick left and right. You know, it was like habitual. Like, this is where I grew up. And a cop pulled us over. And I was like, I knew someone who lived in the town. I wasn't hammered, but there was a fucking beer in the car. Like, we were literally like, ah. And then I'm like, you know, I mentioned the guy's name from the town. He's like, I go, oh, because he was questioning my license. My license had my parents' address on it, but when you looked at the computer, it had New York. I'm like, oh, I just changed it. You know, this is where I grew up. But he didn't give me a ticket, but he made me leave the car. It was literally 10 houses. Like, I was on my parents' street. And we got out of it. My buddy was like, he's like, dude, this is cutting into our drinking time. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. I'm like getting DWI right here. Like, I don't know what's gonna fucking happen. I got beer on my breath. We have a beer in the fucking car.
You're bitching about not being able to go drink more beers.
No, it was so stupid.
Shut up for a
like,
minute.
We were drinking and then we're going tanning. I mean, how fucking stupid is that? It was literally a half a mile. I wasn't hammered at all, but I was nervous because I could taste it.
Yeah.
There's been a considerable drop in the tanning, but it seems like adversely ironically, there's a spike in having your asshole bleached though. So it's a kind of weird flip-flop thing.
God, that's the weirdest thing ever. What the fuck is that about?
I heard about the girls getting their buttholes bleached.
You guys don't do that?
Ooh.
I know, right?
Just put a little gold bond on it.
What happens if you go out in a G-string? I mean,
yeah, you don't want to have the dark sphincter.
My wife mentioned my armpit hair, and she's like wondering if I should, because it's like, oh, it's not even that bad. She thought it was unruly. It's like, do you normally I do a little
side bush.
hair.
Knock it down a little bit, yeah.
I knock it down. Instead of you look like you got someone in a headlock, you know, if it's that long. You know, you can
once it starts poking out between, if your arms are closed and it pokes out,
it's like a tree branch.
You gotta knock that shit down.
I just been lazy with the self.
Cousin, it's creeping out the side.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. Yeah, it's like let it grow, but like if it starts pushing out the sides, yeah, you gotta just give that a quick.
Yeah. She mentioned it the other day. She's like, "Do you normally trim your armpit hair? It's looking kind of fucking unruly." And I'm like, "Yeah."
COVID. Come on.
Yeah.
Carrie made a comment once that she's like, "How does?"
I'm gonna say, I go to the barber. Could you trim my armpit hair?
Oh yeah. you go there in a tank top. Just be like,
she was like,
knock this shit down, and front and back.
She's like, you know, some of those guys that have so much armpit hair, how do they put on deodorant? It doesn't stick to anything. I'm like, I guess they just lather up their armpit hair.
No, and then there's like white cake in there because there's so much hair. It's just like
ow!
No.
Yeah.
You guys shouldn't be using if your shit's cake, you're using the antiperspirants, but that's no good. Yeah. That's not healthy.
Oh God. What do you use? Fucking like berries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that.
A proper
I need chemicals.
I use Arm & Hammer deodorant.
No, I'm drinking Coke Zero, and I need fucking chemicals under the
Coke Zero.
Well, so 34, you just go to the fridge, you grab the Arm & Hammer, just.
I just take a bath in Gatorade.
It's a stick deodorant.
No.
Yeah, he's got a rock, one of those scented.
Yeah,
rocks,
the crystals.
You know?
The crystals are great. Yeah. So many hippies love the crystals.
Dave, I just take a piece of cheesecake. You know.
The Gleek says everybody's turned into a bunch of metrosexuals on here now.
Metrosexuals, yeah. Everyone's CK1.
Yes, we bleach our assholes. We shave our armpits.
Just be everybody. Be.
Wax our chests.
Let's all compare each other's buttholes.
Are you kidding me? I only have 3 chest hairs. I ain't waxing them off.
I win.
Because I win. I got a 2, a 4, a jack, a 6, and 8. I win.
How is that from?
Big Daddy.
Oh yeah, I
playing
win.
poker with that.
I win. Yeah.
Because I win. Yeah. This bullshit. Same cards every time. Yeah.
That's Rob Schneider, right? It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Someone made a comment. I don't know if it was on the show, but talking about. Oh, it was on Kevin Smith's show where they're talking about Rob Schneider and like Adam Sandler and stuff, and how like in every Adam Sandler movie, Rob Schneider never plays in America. He always plays some other like some Italian, some other and now with things getting so politically correct, he's out of work. It was actually really funny.
I went to Conan O'Brien twice when I lived in New York because it was an easy ticket. You only waited like an hour and a half. You didn't have to go like Letterman in the morning. You could literally show up in the afternoon. I lived in New York from 95 to 2006. So like 96, 97, I went to Conan twice because you could go and literally be there like, wait an hour and get in the audience. So Rob Schneider was one of the guests, and he sang like Elvis, and it was pretty good. He was pretty good. He was one of the guests, and the Cardigans was one of the guests, and Tom Brokaw. I'm trying to remember everybody was on when I went, but Rob Schneider was good. He had an Elvis, he was singing. I liked Rob Schneider. Making copies, the copymeister. Dave
I just
Rooney.
attribute him to being in so many terrible movies. Like it's hard for me to take him in any grain of serious.
What movie is the one where he's fighting the guys in the yard? Is that Deuce Bigelow, or what the hell is it when he's fighting the?
I don't know.
Nobody's a fan. I don't even know what the fuck movie it is, but I've seen it on YouTube where he's fighting who's the toughest guy here, and he's kicking his ass. Nobody. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know it either, so I can't say. I think it's Deuce Bigelow. Wasn't he in jail? Was Deuce Bigelow?
See, I didn't. I didn't see that. I avoided a lot of yeah.
You know what's funny?
It wasn't necessarily him. It was just the movies were bad, and so I was like, but like there was one where he's like supposed to be an animal and stuff. I'm like, really? What? This is aimed at like 10-year-old kids.
Here's arcade talk. A guy from work was here today because he used to do concrete, and he was looking at my games, and he was like, "Dude, there was this game that I can't remember." So I gave him two of. I have that like arcade encyclopedia, that green one that's real thick, that's got like horrible pictures. So I'm like, "Here, take this, look through it. It'll be easier than probably." And he goes, "It's something like Dig Dug. What the fuck was it?" And he just texted me, "Found it, Mr. Dew's Castle." Like he couldn't remember what game it was. He's like, "God, I love that game."
Mr. Dew is more like Mr. Dig
the regular Mr. Dew is like Dig Dug.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah,
that's not on the 60-1, is it?
Mr. Dew's Castle is not. I don't think Mr. Dew is, but I'm not sure. I know I have Mr. Dew's Castle. I don't have Mr. Dew, which is stupid. When they put that on there, if you're gonna do Mr. Dew's Castle,
right? Yeah.
And Castle isn't as fun.
Mr. Dew's Wild Ride, I thought was kind of.
That's hard. The roller coaster one. That's hard.
Yeah.
So, I have Coors Banquet beer that someone left here. Like, can you see? There we go.
God damn right.
I gotta see. I haven't had one in years, so it's
a little taste.
Your fancy white trash. Fancy white trash.
All right, here we go. Let's see if I like it here.
Is this first sip?
I mean,
I haven't had it in since high school.
Set your expectations.
Yeah, Charles Klein should be trying.
Yeah,
tasty
it's
and
fine.
delicious.
It's a lager.
I think I'm just so used to IPAs now.
It's no stone.
Everything tastes light to you.
Jim, your shirt reminds me of a Craftsman shirt.
Kind of looks like that, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Tato, what does it say underneath? I can't read it.
Teatronics,
yeah.
I like it.
Thanks.
Yeah, no sweat, buddy.
Oh, Carrie gave this to me. I don't know where she got it. Cax, maybe? Can't remember.
I'd rock the shit out of that.
Well, you'd rock it.
I'd fucking rock it, man.
In 15 years, can I ride in the spaceship with you, Andrew?
In Firefly?
Yeah, we can just fly away from here.
Yeah. I mean, it's true though. Every fifth word is gonna be Cantonese, but yeah. Let's plan on it.
If we live.
I saw something on Facebook was somebody's like, "Thank God this pandemic didn't happen in 1991 because I'd have to deal with fucking Blockbuster late fees." I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop laughing. I thought that was fucking funny shit. Like, what the fuck? That was always the worst. It's like, I'd like to return this. You had it for 2 weeks. It was under your couch.
That'll be $72.
Yes. It's like, what the fuck? Videos were so bad. I probably told the story before. I rented Willy Wonka and Raiders of the Lost Ark from the public library. My friend worked there.
Nice.
And I think I lost Raiders of the Lost, or somebody stole it at a house party or something. So I returned one of them, and my late fees were like over $150. Because they were charging me the price of the video, the VHS, yeah. And I remember my neighbor, my neighbor, and he's like, "You know this person?" Like they were like it was like the most crazy late fees, but Blockbuster was crazy. It's like, you know,
how they made all their money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, it was
late
nuts.
fees and rewind fees.
Rewind.
Oh yeah, the rewind fees. Yeah.
Please be kind. Rewind.
Yeah.
We put the sticker on there for you.
Oh.
Remember when like Nintendo rentals were a brand new thing, and you'd find cartridges that had the "Please Rewind" on them, like actual NES cartridges where they slapped the label on it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oops.
I mean, I've rented Betamax, VHS, and DVDs and Blu-ray. So those are the ones I've rented in my life.
Huh.
You know, and I was a big video rental guy. And Blockbuster was a meeting place. Like, you know, all the old girlfriends, or it was always couples. Like on a Friday night, like, what are we picking?
It was a big event.
And you're waiting for someone to drop something off.
You'd spend like a good hour there at least.
Just perusing the outside wall with all the new arrivals.
Yeah, popcorn and all that shit.
I was always intrigued with walking down the horror movie aisle.
Popcorn,
Yeah.
Well, I lived in New York in '98. You know, that era when DVDs came out. And I remember I had to walk like 3 blocks in the Astoria, Queens, to this other video play because they started having DVDs when I first got a DVD player. And I remember the guy saying the porn was big. I'm like, really? He's like, oh, people love it.
Pause. You can rewind.
And it was weird because I had to pay
chapter selection.
Yeah, and it was a weird thing because I had to pay like $30. Like there was an entry fee to join the video place, but you got 10 free rentals. Like they just weren't, because it's New York. They're not just, or they weren't doing credit cards. Maybe, you know, I don't remember how it worked. Like you had to pay them, but he goes, you get 10 free rentals out of it, but it costs money to join here. But it was way better than the one around the corner was like the little Spanish, like VHS thing, you know. But it was so close, but they didn't have any DVDs, so I had to walk like 3 extra blocks. It was an experience. I did like living in New York a lot. I loved Queens. It was fun because I could always walk home.
There was like 3 or 4 different ones around me, and I, for a long time, it wasn't until it was maybe like a year ago that I was going through my wallet and I still had my old like card, you know, stamp card where you get a free rental after.
Buy 10,
it was
get one
pretty
free
weathered, something like that. Yeah,
I saved my Blockbuster card. I still have it.
Well, it's funny you say the Blockbuster card because when I first moved to Denver in 2001, I still had my Blockbuster card from California, which is, you know, basically where I moved from. And the local video shop was huge. It was a multi-story, better than any Blockbuster. They had cult movies, great selection. They had a good combination of Blu-rays, or not Blu-rays, but DVDs and VHSs. So you grab whatever movie you could grab in whatever format. But if you gave them your old Blockbuster card, they would nail it to the wall and they would give you a bunch of free rentals.
Wow.
It was like death to Blockbuster kind of thing before Netflix.
They converted you.
Yeah, but it was like, it's like,
so wait, fun.
You want my old Blockbuster card and you're gonna give me free? Fuck yeah. So yeah, until they shut down, of course, you know. But
I grew up.
So you went back
when I was
to the
younger. We
hammer
had
and pried the nail
Betamax.
out.
No, yeah, no, Blockbuster was long gone by the time that happened. But yeah.
Didn't you hate when you want to? Well, maybe this is just me, but if you're gonna go into the porn area, that's like walled off
through the beaded curtains,
you're waiting for people to leave the room so you can go in there, and then you go in there. Okay, I gotta look quick before someone comes in here. I gotta quick, and somebody comes in and I go, okay, I gotta leave. I just got creeped out if I'm in there with
never went to the back porn area.
Yeah,
me, I never did that either. But like, you guys, do you ever see Curly Sue?
The movie
it's a Ben Affleck. Yeah,
long time ago though. I don't
his wife leaves him or she dies. I don't remember exactly the premise, but like he does this thing where like he's in the video rental store, and like he wants to rent a porn, but his daughter, Curly Sue, the daughter's there, and so he just reaches through the beaded curtain and just grabs
something
the first fucking thing and then just throws it on the counter. And the clerk is like, "So you want bye guys?"
Oh no,
that's kind of funny. That's a good joke.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I love the video rental stores.
Yeah, that whole experience of going into the
well, like I thought about it today when I watched Poltergeist today, Carrie. Yeah, for I'm in like a long time, and I saw it in the movie theater. I remember, and that's one of the movies that I think that was part of the PG-13 thing. It was that Gremlins, Indiana Jones. It was like the guy's pulling his face off, and it's PG. And I'm watching.
Yeah, it was almost an
intense
horror movie. Yeah.
But it's such a good. The music, everything's good. The acting is great. It's just the whole premise. And I remember there was always so many like takeoffs of that. That little, smaller lady. Children, come the children. There was so many. Yeah, there was so many good comedy skits
Step
with her.
into the light.
The big glasses.
Oh, you're my children.
All are welcome.
All are welcome.
And the tennis balls with that.
Oh, the tennis balls with the slime on it.
I just watched
the hard slime on it.
Yeah, and they numbered them, and they were like,
"How did she know
like
so much? She was like so knowledgeable."
Yeah, this was not her first rodeo.
No, she's done it before.
Yeah, it was good, and whatever is the actor, the coach, he was excellent, and it's just.
What was cool too is not to give away the movie in case people haven't seen it, but
after that
Poltergeist, didn't spoil it,
right?
Cool.
But after that scene that Dave's talking about, like a normal movie would just be ending right there, but like there's still more. There's still like
more.
Big...
I thought about that today.
Yeah,
that's funny you said that. Yeah. I'm like, it was over. She's got the gray hair, and then you think it's over, and it's just what he's telling him. You just
the big twist at the end. Yeah,
you didn't move the bodies. You just moved the gravestones.
Just the stones. Yeah.
Oh,
it was so good.
And the pool, they're coming out. Yeah. Oh, so great.
Yeah.
I remember like Poltergeist. The very first time I babysat, like a late night babysat. I did some like day babysitting for like stuff, but like my next door neighbors, and I was like probably 10 or so. When did Poltergeist come out?
82, I believe.
82. So it's 80. So I was born in 74. So it's probably 10-ish when.
Yeah, it was on public.
They had it.
Or whatever.
They had it on VHS, and I remember hearing from my mom that she's like, "This is a very scary movie." Like, oh my god, Poltergeist! And I hadn't seen it, but they had it on VHS, and I was babysitting. The kids were asleep, and I was living next door. So I was like,
"Oh, here we go,"
and I put it in, and I was like,
wait, how old are you? Like 10? Yeah, probably 10ish.
And I was just like, fucking riveted and
just
terrified
letting you
at the same
babysit
time.
at 10 years old because you were tall. Everyone thought you're older. It's like the guy's 10. He shouldn't be babysitting fucking 12-year-olds.
Well, no, I mean the kids I was babysitting were much younger than that, but yeah, I don't remember how old they were. But like either way, they were like next door.
So you got through the whole movie without pissing your pants?
For sure. My parents were next door, so if there was a problem, it was like, well, you just go next door and get your parents. And So it's like literally, it's like not a big deal, but it was like a way for me to earn $5. So whatever. And it was the whole thing was like I put that VHS in, the kids were asleep, and I'm like kind of nervous, like I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to be watching this.
Yeah.
But that whole movie was.
100%
I'm
watch
sure
the whole movie.
Steve knows. I mean, didn't everybody die? Like the girl died.
That's
all the kids died, right?
The curse. So the older sister dies after the first movie, and then
probably drugs. Was it drugs?
Probably, and then the older sister, and then the old Indian dies after the second movie, and the little girl dies after the third movie.
Right.
From a intestinal infection or something.
Well, didn't the sister, did the boy die too?
No, the boy didn't die. No, the sister died because her boyfriend strangled her to death in real life. An angry boyfriend. Yeah, fucking asshole.
It was like the curse of the movie.
But I remember as a little kid not knowing what the middle finger.
The middle one's like he's an old guy.
And then this, and then gives the finger. Like I didn't know what that meant.
Oh yeah, the whole
I remember being like, nobody gives the middle finger. I went to Catholic school. Nobody's giving.
The construction guys are being pigs to the young daughter going to school.
And now they wouldn't even do that.
So gross.
Oh come on, baby.
Hey,
now
baby.
It's like so awful.
And the mom's like
laughed.
Mom's like laughed, and she just closes the window.
She laughed because the girl stood up for herself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like,
yeah,
oh,
she's tough like me,
but,
Mom.
but now that would be like
Carrie,
dirty pigs. You know?
Yeah, someone's going to
take
jail.
shit from anybody.
Someone's going to jail.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just like, oh, but she stood up for herself and like, fuck you guys, and the mom laughed because she's like, my daughter's fine. You know,
can handle
she's
herself.
Just gave him the fucking finger. Fuck those guys.
Well, if it's in New York though, isn't that common, like catcalling and shit? Like California, I don't see it ever. I don't know. Do you ever see it, Carrie? Catcalling from construction guys? Because it is in New York because I've seen it there.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens. I think not as much as in when I visited New York. But yeah, no,
it's on foot traffic because some construction sites in California, you guys are so far removed. There's not people walking back and forth; they're all driving.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, yo, baby, you gotta scream with a bang on, yo, baby, across the parking lot.
And maybe that's the difference. Being in San Francisco, where you're right, Dave. Like it's close and you're walking.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not
whereas in Southern California, you don't, if you have to move from one part of the strip mall to another part of the strip mall, you get in your car and you drive.
There's not
I mean, just the trials and tribulations of catcallers. That just sounds so terrible.
They just all moved to New York.
Yeah.
So there was one day we went out to lunch at work, and we're driving back, and there's a Taco Bell at the one corner on our way back, and you know how they have like those big sticky back like logos they put on the windows, like for whatever a burrito special might be.
Vinyls or
Yeah. So there was an employee, a female employee that was peeling it off the window, right, like taking it down, and the guy in the passenger seat rolls down the window and he just starts yelling out, "Yeah, take it off! Take it off!"
That's funny.
Where I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, but that's good.
I know.
Right there.
It was definitely going to be funny, but still, it's like, oh.
Nothing to do. No, just take that sticker off. It's noisy.
Yeah.
Oh, Carrie.
That's funny unless it's your daughter. What's happening to
you?
Exactly right.
I was distracted by what Gleek was posting in the IRC. To be honest,
I can't do two things at once.
Yeah, no, I can't either, which is why I was like, wait, was there talking? Were people making noises out of their mouth holes?
I always. Do you guys remember Stuart Smalley? He goes, "I'm not egotistical. I'm just self-involved." It's not like I don't think I'm better than other people. It's more like there are other people.
Yeah. I know way too many people like that.
There's a lot. Yeah.
There's a whole lot.
I don't even know this whole Karen thing. When did this come? I'm not in the know. You know, do you guys know this Karen
thing?
And
Ken.
I just heard that like twice in the last
week. What it is.
You know, she's a Karen. She's a Karen.
It's an entitled white woman, usually with the bob haircut.
It's like kind of shortened back and kind of cut
right here. Yeah.
Who wants to
I've never heard it, and all of a sudden
could be a soccer mom, or it could be just usually just an entitled white woman. It's like that'll say, "I'll call the police, because you wouldn't make my latte without my mask."
I need to speak to.
I want to speak to your manager. That's the.
I want your manager. I want the police.
Yeah. I appreciated the push that we switch it from Karen to Ivanka, but
that's nice.
Because there are some very nice Karens out there.
Yeah, very very like nice Karen people out there who are like, we're like, man, my name is fucked.
Yeah, right. I know that's having experienced.
Karen was
me.
Chad.
Yeah.
Karen was me, as far as that name. I haven't heard a lot of Karens.
Yeah,
besides, it was my generation.
She's not digging it.
Like, I haven't heard like new Karens. Like, none of my daughter's friends are Karens.
See, I always thought it came from Dane Cook because Dane Cook did the Karen joke thing.
Oh.
I don't know where it originated.
I don't know either. I was Dane Cook.
Karen,
maybe it was some lady named Karen that was.
Oh yeah, from Goodfellas. Karen, why'd you do that, Karen? We need that. Why did you flush it?
Dane Cook does this joke about like Karen's the bitch friend you have that like nobody likes.
Oh.
I don't know if that's actually where it comes from, but that's where I always assumed it came from.
That's got solid science.
How long has this been a thing?
Early 2000s.
No, this new thing with the Karen the White entitled thing, whatever it is. Is this been like I just heard this like?
No, this has been around for a while.
Yeah,
Karen thing's been for a few years at least. Has been like
all I know is you guys. I go to work and I go to the store. That's it. I don't really watch the news. I don't really care. wear a mask because they.
I envy you. I need to start doing that.
No, you gotta stop watching fucking TV.
I just need to put my head in the
I
sand
really liked
make it all go away.
No, there was. I'm gonna quote this because some of it is true. Who did I send this to? Oh, my cousin. That's why. Did you see that meme with the Amish people and about COVID? What does it say? Oh, I can't find it. Wait, maybe I just went too far.
I should be wearing my Grinkers shirt right now so I can
okay.
be like my
there's two Amish guys
garbage
talking.
Oh yeah.
And it says, I wonder why COVID hasn't affected us. And the other Amish guy says, because we don't have TV.
We don't have what?
We don't have TV.
Oh.
Yes.
Or 5G.
I see.
Or 5G.
Yeah, 5G.
5G is supposed to give you cancer and all this stuff. I does all this propaganda. I don't know if that's true or not.
It's because if you watch TV all day long, you're going to be upset. And you got to live your life.
Oh, it's additional stress. That's the way I look at it.
TV all. There's always somewhere in the middle.
It's optional stress. So
it doesn't.
There's some days I just try not to look at YouTube or TV or anything, so I don't get angry because it's just every day it's something else and.
I leave it to every day it's something else, but it's also the same shit. Like fucking every morning I turn on NPR, it's the same fucking stories. The same crap that's going on, the same I mean, it's all depressing, but it's still the same shit. Nothing's changing.
No.
I get my news from political satire. So at least I can laugh.
John Oliver.
Colbert. Yeah.
Colbert.
I get mine from The Onion.
Yep.
Jesus.
Pretty damn good too, though.
Started on that crap.
I see stuff that they post on there, and I almost want it to be true. I'm like, God, it's Onion. Fuck.
Yeah.
You know.
Fuck you,
Gino's
Onion.
here.
He's been here.
He's been here the whole time.
Oh wow! All right, Gino.
Mark, maybe that banquet's a little bit stronger than you.
It's that banquet beer.
I'm getting a new lecture.
Damn you, Charles Klein.
They'll sneak up on you.
This is the only political stuff you'll ever hear from me.
Gino, did you have fun Saturday?
It has nothing to do with me.
That was awesome.
I'm getting new electricity, so I'm upgrading my panel and stuff. So the guy who's doing my electricity, he was a guy who was doing electricity across the street, whatever. So he's like, "Oh, I'm retired. I don't charge for parts, just labor." So I'm like, "Oh, so we'll go shopping in Home Depot and buy all this stuff." And he's getting this whole conversation with strangers about Governor Cuomo in New York and Trump and all this shit. I'm like, dude, let's just get the fucking shit and get out of here. I'm like, well, you're getting these discussions with strangers? Like, he's just talking all this, and I'm like, oh, get me the fuck out of here, dude. Like, I don't want to deal with any of this right now. Like, I just want some upgraded panels, man. Why are we doing this? I'm just shopping with you. I just start walking away because I don't know if you're screaming your beliefs to total strangers you know nothing about.
Yeah.
It's all a thing to get rid of Trump, and I'm like, oh, dude.
Oh no!
You said the T word. Stop it.
I know. All right, so yeah, we actually had some comments. We're trying not to get too political. The thing is, like, we can't help it.
No,
I mean, it doesn't.
It's like talking about the shit that's going on.
I don't care what his beliefs are, but I just don't like you're saying it's to strangers.
Stop it!
I know.
Yeah.
Stop it!
It's unavoidable because it affects everyone. So
I get it. Yeah. But anyone have any cool arcade stuff they've been working on?
Well, Dave told his big story.
Yeah.
Jim got a punch out. Can I say that?
Something.
Wait, what?
We getting one?
What?
Whoa!
I'm sorry. They just it was
spill some
spoilers.
No. Spoiler alert! Come on, Dave. Jeez.
Actually, that's just.
I saw you posting about the other
out.
board you were looking for, so I kind of had a feeling that you were.
Yeah, an inkling. Yeah.
I can't wait if you get a fucking super punch out and start.
Yeah, when I was completely hammered on Thursday playing poker with these guys while Carrie was getting irritated with me.
Oh,
yeah. It worked out though. It worked out great.
It did. That's
lucky for him if you didn't get an arcade cabinet, his girlfriend would have been out of there. It's like, it's only because you managed to get a game out of this.
Yeah, I was so
totally
fucking,
what I sound like.
Wait, did you win a game in poker?
Yeah. We played for pink
in a matter of speaking. No, yeah. So Thursday night we went. I'll just lead up to it a little bit. So because I was fucking lit and I wasn't. Yeah, that's an understatement. Me and Carrie put down a lot of alcohol. That's why I'm not drinking right now. I went to we had a happy hour with it was our first like driveway happy hour with a couple of friends of ours, so we're social distancing stuff.
I'll be back.
Shall we listen to your
Just
shit?
go right there. Yeah.
Just like no respect.
Yeah, none.
Let's just hold, but just wait, Jim, till he goes back.
Yeah.
Okay, now that Dave's back.
I should. I'll just play some intermission music. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just pick up right from there when he gets back. Like,
Let's do some trivia, like while we're waiting for Dave to come back.
Exactly.
So, how about the movie night? We can talk about that for a few minutes, and then
that's the music you need, Jim. Is the intermission music from Monty Python and the Holy Grail? You know?
Oh yeah, where it keeps going and going and going. Was he peeing in that little pinball machine, or what's he doing?
There?
Yeah.
You're gonna short your games out.
This is pee music.
We could do the Jeopardy music,
like
you know,
sped up.
Nope,
not done yet.
Yeah, you pee according to the tempo of the tune. It's like, oh Jesus.
Naked Gun. I don't think Naked Gun is on our movie list. That'd be kind of fun to watch too.
I like the Naked Gun movies.
Yeah.
Can we just edit out the OJ parts?
Yeah, right.
Now. That was before he was a
my stomach
murderer.
when I look at him.
I know there's so few scenes with him actually in it though.
Have you guys seen that meme with what's his name? Boxer, not that got his ear bit off by Tyson.
Holyfield?
Holyfield.
Yeah. It's a meme of him with a mask and only one ear's up. It's
that's
a good throwback.
Wow.
It's really, it made me laugh out loud pretty
That's
hard.
a good one.
Yeah.
You guys
If
saw the
something
one
like
with,
that can make me laugh. That's good.
You guys saw the Street Fighter one, right? Where it's got like the start screen and all the different fighters to select.
Yeah.
And like some of them are wearing masks like their characters.
I think it's Mortal Kombat, isn't it?
Oh, Mortal Kombat. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw Street Fighter.
So it's like
too.
it's like Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Like all the masked ones actually survived. All the rest of them are dead. Yeah.
Well, the one I saw, the one I posted, was back when coronavirus was still in China, this was before we got infested. But it was just everybody was normal except for when you had to fight Chun-Li, you had a mask on.
Oh, here you go.
Thanks a lot, Mike Tyson. Oh, gosh. Hilarious.
I can't stop laughing. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh,
I love it.
I know. I almost. I'm glad I wasn't drinking anything. I was spit it out when I saw it. It was on Facebook. Yeah.
I gotta laugh in times of tragedy.
That's what gets you through it. Yeah.
I know.
That's why. Yeah, the satire stuff.
Yeah, my neighbor's girlfriend, both of her parents just died. I just found out tonight, right before the show.
COVID.
Yeah, both of her parents.
One of my wife's friends' grandmas died
Smooth
in LA
transition.
from COVID. So yeah, it's coming. You know, that's the thing that scares me is like it's getting closer to people you know and shit. Yeah. You're like, oh fuck.
And they live in your area, Andrew. The parents did.
Literally across. Well, yeah, they're in the city. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
Oh, that's just awful.
Yeah, but yeah, it's literally my neighbor across the alley. Cool dude. Yeah, his girlfriend, mom and dad dead. They died within a week of each other.
Oh,
shit. I didn't know him personally, but BMXer guy I know that's he's 45 now. His younger brother who was 41 died like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
Down in LA.
Yeah. A buddy of mine who's one of my best friends who is a cop where I grew up in St. Cloud. He tested. You know, they have these fancy masks the cops do that like form to your face, like they get molds and stuff, and they have to wear them. And every day they go in and they have to have their temperature checked and stuff. And I guess this was probably about 6 weeks ago. He tested positive, and I had actually hung out with him. We were social distancing, like about a month, a few weeks before that. But I was just talking to him, and he said, yeah, he is completely recovered for about a month now. But it's not just people in their 60s or older that are it's everyone.
Except for kids, they can go to school. Okay,
Yeah,
no,
we're
let's
in the
stop.
kids.
You're gonna get into it.
I know.
I'm gonna get into it, and you guys
we
gonna
accidentally
hate it.
came back.
I know.
We're just trying to kill time until Dave gets back, so Jim can tell the story.
I feel
Dave,
like
hurry up, Dave. Take your shit
Ken
and let's get
Brockman
back.
on Simpsons, you know, the newsman, when he'd be like, yes, and that bear, you know, ran. On a lighter note, 2 employees were killed last night by, you know, so like it's like the worst segue ever.
Yeah.
Kent Brockman, on Springfield.
Can we just have fluff pieces about 2 little ducks that went across a pond yesterday and we filmed it? You know, something like that.
Yeah, what happened to all the soft stories?
Soft stories. Yeah, kindergartens made little pictures of turkeys with putting their hands in paint. And
you just have to watch on Sunday, because if you've noticed, the Sunday news is never as like, it's always a little lighter and fluffier.
So they can hit you hard on Monday with all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
like
totally.
CBS Morning or whatever. The
government just voted in a new raise for themselves at midnight.
CBS.
Did you guys
we just,
hear about
I want
that?
Time Runner to let me borrow his time machine. Just go forward like 4 months.
Did you hear about the little boy that?
You might need to go
we'll
with that.
We'll be the second
about
wave.
A couple years.
We'll be the second wave by then.
Where is everybody?
Did you guys hear that story about the little boy that protected his sister from the dog? That got all the stitches and stuff.
That was a good story.
And
I like that
Captain
story.
America dude.
And
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans and the guy who plays Spider-Man. He dressed up in the Spider-Man costume without his mask on his head, and screen meeting them.
I think Robert Downey Jr. was in there as well.
Who?
I think Robert did. Yeah, Iron Man.
I don't know if he did.
He was in something like that. I'm pretty sure it was for the kid that got mauled.
No, I know. Well, the kid that got mauled was a huge Spider-Man and Captain America fan. He had like the costumes and stuff. So, yeah, that kid was brave, man. Standing in front of a dog, your friend's dog. Can you imagine being the friend? You know, they went over to a friend's house and the friend's dog just started mauling.
Jesus, I think I'd rather hear about talk about politics and COVID than a dog mauling a child. Jesus,
I think Carrie will agree with me on this. It's not the dog; it's lack of training from the owners.
Although not necessarily, honestly, I won't necessarily agree with you on that because I mean I think it's I hate to say it, I do think that there are some animals that are more naturally protected. I mean, it's things like I don't know if it's always a training issue. I think it's frequently a training issue, and I wish it was always a training issue, but I think it's not. I think unfortunately, just like people, there's some that are just.
What kind of dog was it? Does anybody know?
It was a Chihuahua.
I can vouch for the Chihuahuas.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely.
Just feed them Taco Bell, they're fine.
Dog,
yeah.
It's a
dachshund.
It's a long-haired wiener dog.
You
have.
I can vouch for the dangerousness of those two.
Yes.
Border collies and boxers. Completely.
We just don't tell Lisa.
Yeah, I know, right?
My border collie would help you rob the house rather than go after. My brother's boxer will help you rob the house rather than bite you. It will lick you to death if that's possible. So definitely not a boxer or a border collie.
When I was bitten in the face, I was bit by a border collie. Ooh.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I mean, but it wasn't
bad training. I'm calling it now.
It was actually one of my agility students' dogs, but it was just
yeah, okay.
It was just one of those like that the dogs react differently, but that's different than a dog going after a child who is clearly no threat. I mean, I was
it was a German Shepherd, so a big dog.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah. The boy had 90 stitches, 90 stitches. That's
how old was the dog? Does it say or
I don't know? You can look that up.
Yeah, I'm going to double back on that. But yeah, my border collie only growled and tried to nip at one person. We thought he was racist, but then we found out because he was a rescue, he was beaten with a hockey stick, and my Jamaican neighbor went over to get the puck carrying his hockey stick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we thought the dog was racist. Turns out he just doesn't like hockey sticks because that's what he used to get in the side of the back with.
Mm-mm.
Of course, found this out like 6 years later. Thank you, animal shelter, for saying, "Oh yeah, might not want to bring hockey sticks near the dog."
Jesus.
Thanks,
Well,
Autoimmune
now we're
Society.
Yeah.
Let's go back to talking about the president.
Yeah, right. No, it's a little cheerier than
Oh man.
Great, we're gonna get complaints about dogs.
Dave must be pooping too.
Must be a good one.
All I know is I'm not buying Goya beans anymore.
Oh my God. That's right.
Right? No more
Dave's
Goya
pooping.
for me.
I don't know if I've ever even seen them in the grocery store.
We have them out
Dave
here.
still not back?
No.
He's pooping.
Nope.
We're still waiting on Jim's story.
That's right.
Pooping.
I can just tell it too. Although I do like the idea of like holding off, but yeah.
Okay, and then anyway, now we can start.
You guys are talking about beans. I get it. Right.
Yeah. So weird.
Beans, the magical fruit.
Down your leg and in your boot.
No, I've not heard that.
What'd you say, Steve?
Really?
Beans, now they're what?
Beans, musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. So eat your beans with every meal.
That's not what you said. Yeah,
but you said something about going down your leg into your boot.
Into your boot.
Yeah, that's the extended version. I can't remember how it links in.
Oh man, don't tickle my ass with a feather like that.
Keep in mind that's also like
what a cock tease.
It also is on the religious branch of that joke. So
all right, Seabar, go look that up. Find out the alternate version.
Wow. Yeah, we've all heard the one that he told, but anyway, so Jim, can't wait to hear this.
Yeah.
I tried to stall long enough for Dave to come back. He's pooping.
Right. I had to go pee and then deal with some shit inside.
Yeah, now he's on it. He's cursing at the footprints while he's smoking and drinking a Bud Light.
Pressure washing the driveway.
With his urine. His Bud urine.
Yes, infused urine.
Ooh. No, I kind of want him here though because Gak, I can't remember. Were you playing with us Thursday night?
I heard
you were there for part of that. Yeah. Because I honestly I was hoping Dave would be around to fill in some blanks because
you don't remember
it was bad. I remember the important stuff clearly, but how we got there. But anyways, so me and Carrie were with a couple of our friends and doing our happy hour on our driveway, and we were there for, well, I don't know, 3 hours maybe.
Yeah, probably.
She drove home, and we discovered a really so there's a local distillery. I'm going to drag this out until Dave gets back, but we discovered it's called Tattersall, and they do all kinds of stuff, whiskey, vodka, and they had something called that they labeled bootlegger, which is like the citrus minty. I don't get too much of a mint. Carrie gets, you feel like that's
well, it says mint on the bottle, so damn it, there has to be mint. I actually do get some mint, but I would like it to be mintier. I want to have minty freshness. I want to be fucking like
it's a vodka, isn't it? Yeah. Is it a vodka?
Yeah, I think it's a vodka. And probably under the definition, it would probably be a flavored vodka.
Yeah. So we mix that with they also have grapefruit crema. And so anyways, there he is.
Yay!
Now I can
Jim's
tell
still telling the story.
Yeah.
You've been waiting this whole time. I'm sorry.
Pretty much.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
That must have been quite the growler.
I had a piss and had a cigarette.
Kicking the growler.
Oh, I called that.
Back one out.
No, I was talking to Jules.
At the lake.
How many kids did you drop off at the pool?
No poop. just to pee, a smoke, and the wife talking.
So much for Mox Boner.
All at the same time.
So much for Mox Boner. So efficiency. So anyways, so we get back and I'm pretty hammered. And I don't. Oh, I just decided to check on the poker game because I knew that because I'm always laughing because I'm like, oh, $100 says that's Dave poker game going, and so I had shown Carrie previously that how to observe the table and who's who and stuff, and so I had that up, and I don't remember. Oh, I think I might have been chatting in there, and then like I was feeling good, and I joined the Zoom, and Carrie, I think you were in the kitchen.
No, I was sitting on the sofa, telling you not to join the Zoom.
Yeah, and you like requested her to bring you.
Or no, that was when you bought into the pot. Yeah, I might have been in the kitchen when you started the Zoom.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. I'm jumping ahead in the story. Sorry.
she's yeah, her feelings are coming out. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll play
Long
one.
story short, Jimbo slept on the balcony that night.
In order to get a punch out. No.
Yeah. Lucky for him, it was relatively cool that evening.
But Bardelli was playing with us, and I don't know how that got brought up. That I was.
Does anyone have a punch out?
Well, Bardelli was talking about some other games he was selling, and Adam Jackson was talking about wanting to come down and buy some. And then I think Dave, you were just like, Bardelli, don't you have like a punch out?
No. This was all Jim. This was all Jim. Jim said, "Does anyone have a punch out they could sell me?" Then all of a sudden, Bardelli was like, "Yeah, I don't even like this.
I hate punch
I was like, what the fuck?
Said it.
I was just like, what the fuck? And right on there, he's like, and he tells me the price. I'm like, done. And like,
yeah, he's like, I got a punch out. I hate this game. I'm not good at it, Bardelli-ish. This game, I'm not good at it.
Like, I don't have a chance at a world record on this, so I have no interest in keeping this game.
Yeah, but no, that wasn't me talking. That was just Jim, just being drunk Jim, and just saying, anyone got an extra punch out? And I forgot he even had one. And then he's like, yeah, I'll sell you this one. Fuck, I don't like it.
Yeah, it's like, and I'm like, how much? He's like, yeah, spits out the number. I'm like, done. We just need to remember this and then I was so hammered that I was having trouble putting his phone number into my phone so that I could text him. And to the point that he just sent me a message, and I'm like, okay,
me next day, what's Jim's number? And I'm like, I guess he's following through on it. I wasn't sure if he was apologizing, I don't want to sell it, or he's going to sell it. I didn't know where he was at, if he was hammered. But the way he acted, like he obviously had no love for the game, and he was like, I got it, I don't want it anymore. So I had a feeling that, he's texting me because he wants to sell it to Jim. It's like, what's his number?
Yeah. It's funny. The next day, well, actually that night though, after everything was all said and done, after the game was over, and I was about ready to just completely crash and apologize to Carrie, I and told her, like, I think I might actually have a punch out on its way, and the next morning I get up, and Bardelli has texted me, call me and we'll talk about and we'll discuss the punch out and stuff. And
you've topped 34K's drunken night. He bought a Devo hat one time in his Trooper. Punch
that was his favorite purchase, though. He didn't regret that
one. Yeah, it was funny. I called. Well, first off, I got up.
Stormtrooper right there.
Yeah, that's on Stormtrooper.
Staring at
my
Stormtrooper's wearing the Devo hat.
that trooper knows how to party.
I'm just saying.
Maul the dog.
Yeah,
somebody who would never maul a child. Yes.
I
get up the next day, and
maybe
Carrie's already up because she gets up usually before I do, and she's like, "Hey, how are you feeling?" And I'm like, "I'm like an idiot."
I'm gonna spell the shit out of it, but yeah.
It's okay. I spelled career wrong.
So she's like, "How are you feeling?" And I'm like an idiot, like, and because I was just like, I wasn't completely hungover, but it was bad. And so then I get on the phone. I call Bardelli because he had he's like, give me a call, and I had like half my voice. Like, this is actually sounds good. I still don't have my voice isn't completely back, but I was really raspy from talking so fucking loud and being drunk. And
you were so loud. I kept I even told, I'm like, I went in the other room and closed the door. I'm like, you were so loud, I have to go. With my headphones on, I had the over ear headphones so I could listen to watch a video, and I couldn't, like, had to close. I'd be in the whole other room with the door closed. And I could still hear him, but at least I could hear my show. It was really loud. I'm like, you're right next to the mic.
You could have joined game night. We were still playing.
Oh man!
But you got a game.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah. So anyways, I called Bargelli and I have a really raspy voice, and he's like, hey man, and he's like, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And he's like, I'm whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty rough. You can probably hear it in my voice from talking so loud last night. He's like, yeah, me too. And so he's like, so are we doing this? I'm like, yeah, so we worked out the details. And just today I got, he sent me a few pictures and I got a hold of STI or whatever. And so it'll be, I think he has something going on where he told me he wouldn't be around or ready with the game until like August 5th or whatever. So I figure it'll probably be end of August, maybe when it shows up.
Yeah, he's on vacation, so he's not even home right now. He's out with his kids. Yeah.
Yep. So things are in motion. I've started sourcing stuff. I still need to find a second board, which might possibly be in the works.
So Jim, is the game pretty turnkey like you'd hoped for with the art and the?
Nope, it's going to be a restore.
It is a restore.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I look at the picture. Well, he showed me. He had his laptop, with the webcam, and he showed me, and I'm like, it looks pretty solid and good. It's not like there's big gouges or anything out of it, but the more I'm like, yeah, it looks pretty good. Just needs a new CPO, and then I'm like, fuck, this is going to be a full restoration.
Jim, are you going to do paint or laminate?
Laminate.
That's the way to go with a punch out, right? Don't you think? I mean, is that the way to go?
It's just it's just so much easier.
It's all black.
It's black and it's just,
I mean, you'll get the purists, like complete purists that are like, well, you can't duplicate that finish because it's unique. It's, blah, blah. But, it's got scratches stuff, but it's just way, way less painful to just do the laminate. Plus I ordered a bunch of samples of different finishes from Formica and Wilson Art that I'm going to look at. I might do it in a gloss because I really like the white gloss I did with the eyes. I think a black gloss actually might look pretty badass. So
nice.
We'll see. I have to look at
how Jim does his restores. It'll look freaking brand new when it's done.
Pretty much.
There's people that are way more anal than I am, but
I don't know about that.
I've seen
like 3 of them.
Chris Rhodes is on another planet.
Oh yeah.
People have shown the laminate punch out, and they always look beautiful. I mean,
they look good. They look fine.
Yeah. I just need a second board because I already ordered the Vector Lab switcher so I can do Super Punch Out and regular, because why not?
And arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I like finding that board.
I like arm wrestling. I think it's a fun game myself.
I played it in the arcade. Yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I loved it.
I never saw it.
I wasn't very good at it either.
Does it actually have an arm that you wrestle like when the old
same controls?
Same controls.
Oh,
same controls.
How do you arm wrestle with?
You got to go left and right real quick, like you're
and you hit a button.
You're just tapping. Yeah.
I'd break it. Head. Y'all have seen me play games. Can you imagine me trying to do something called arm wrestling with like a joystick?
Because it was like a punch out or a super punch out, right? Because you had to lift the thing to pull off the mask.
It doesn't matter if it's about strength. It doesn't matter. Strength is never relevant in any arcade game. The switches, how much pressure does it take to trigger a leaf switch or a micro switch?
It's about reaction.
No,
it doesn't matter for Carrie.
Nope, it does. It doesn't. It only for games I really enjoy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a joyful test for me when I'm like,
if the game is rocking.
Yeah.
See, that's Carrie's behind it.
Carrie is a knocking.
I assume there was like a hippie joke.
The quarters are dropping.
The quarters
there
are
dropping.
There you go.
Because we all know I also suck at the games. Probably it's actually the technique to doing well at whack-a-mole is to not kill the moles kind of thing. It is to do small movements, just so that you can move quickly. So and I'm sure it's that way with the other games, but I just end up getting so wrapped up in what I'm just like, and I'm dodging, and my characters never moves fast enough, and yeah, I twitch, and it's great.
No, I remember back in the day, like in the arcade, like watching like little kids like playing them, like Street Fighter, like Susie Jim. I'm sure you remember this too, and like other play Street Fighter, like fighting games, especially because it's a really energetic thing, and it's player versus player. And kids would come up and they'd be like hammering the joystick or hammering the buttons just like super hard. It's like you're just like they're like just sort of gently like doing stuff. You're like, dude, take it easy. You don't have to do it that hard. It doesn't matter how hard you press.
Right.
Push that button.
No, if you hit the fierce button really hard, it takes off more damage.
Right. It's not like the pneumatic buttons of Street Fighter 1.
Yeah.
Where it's like you want to smash.
There's a reason why they didn't last.
That's right. Yeah. No, it's like these are if you are finesseful, you'll be better at the game. Just
that is so strange, that whole setup with the giant thing you hit for the old Street Fighter. Yeah. That's so weird.
It's just inviting abuse.
It is, yeah.
And all of them are
which
trash,
in Japan probably worked, right? Because like
not America.
They like Bunga Bunga.
I saw that in the wild when it came
all about
out.
Finesse, the Bunga Bunga.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You have to have a steady hand.
You get style points.
So the entertainment center, the really shitty one in Vista near me, and whenever Street Fighter, when it was first came out, had one of those, hit the thing really hard, and the rubber was all torn up on it and shit. Yeah. And it was just trashed. Some of the buttons are missing too. And that's
well, and then like
and Punch Out had that too, because like the Punch Out with that big ass button also introduced like the idea of like slapping that big fucking button as like
the uppercut,
knockout,
the knockout,
yeah. Where it's like crazy. That could easily have just been a regular button, but they made it like a big ass like punch me button, so it made people like pound that.
Yeah, it's a cool button. It's like it feels red. It looks like one of those like emergency shutdown buttons or something.
Right.
You see in the power plant.
Stop the presses.
Stop the presses. Exactly.
That would be fun. Put one in there with an LED and make it red or something, so it starts blinking.
Well, you can mod that, Jim.
People would love that. Yeah.
You want a Tron background on it? I got one.
That would be funny.
You want a really cool animated audience in the background.
No ring, just
the Donkey Kong in the back.
Yeah, that's right. And a shaker motor every time he goes that.
Oh, nice. Just a big clown cabinet. Yeah. Just completely do something incredibly, like make it real bad. Put like wood grain on it and like bright like green tea molding or something, and like just completely
nice.
Rotate the monitors vertically. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the only game I've ever seen where they put all three in one with the Vector Labs was Jeff C, the 720 guy.
Yes,
where he had Punch Out, Super Punch Out, and
that's just it. You can't find those arm wrestling boards.
They didn't make a lot of them, I don't think. Yeah.
Which segued on Jeff C.
I know. I wanted to say too.
Yesterday was 720 Day.
Yep.
So every year you got to celebrate 720 Day, the game. It's ironically, it's actually National BMX Day. I didn't even know that till this year, because 720 is a BMX trick also.
Oh, really?
Okay. But they made that a BMX Day for the BMXers. So it's the 720 game for arcades, but then BMX for bikes. But anyways. So he also with Jeff C, he just recently posted, so a while ago, like a month or two ago, he was working on this, it's like a PC game called Roblox or something like that, where you can develop your own game or gameplay.
Yeah, I saw that.
He was recreating the whole 720 game.
Yeah, I watched the videos on it.
But he actually finished it.
Was he just doing Skate City or doing the whole game? I thought it was just Skate City that he was doing.
No, the tournament stuff's in there too.
He has the different levels. Okay.
Yeah. Like the slalom.
I haven't actually watched the video, but just like a day or two ago, he said he completed it. So now the game is essentially playable, the full entire game in the Roblox world. And I think he has a link to it. So if you have the software, it's like, I guess you have to buy it, right? To be able to have access.
Yeah, I think you have to buy the original
think.
software, and then his stuff is just a plug-in for it, basically.
Yeah, so then you can have access to whoever developed whatever games.
When I got hacked, that was the first thing they spent money on my Xbox account was Roblox.
Really?
Bucks. $100, $99 in Roblox.
Yeah, I mean, if
Mock got hacked by a Jeff C.
Anybody who happens to,
hacked by 10-year-olds.
Yeah, that song was paid by me.
Anybody who happens to hear this, definitely check out 720 Zone on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he also has a website, but
he's kind of disappeared off social media. Like I don't see him on Facebook anymore.
I mean, other than
or anything.
recently, a little bit on Facebook and
not
YouTube.
at all now. Yeah.
But yeah, he's not active on KLV or anywhere else really, I'd say. But yeah, definitely check him out on YouTube, the video. I need to watch. I saw his older one. He had like 2 other development ones, but I haven't seen the latest, the complete one. But it looked awesome though.
I think I saw his first rendition, which was just Skate City. I thought that was all he was doing for it. So
yeah,
hence my confusion. But yeah, it's super cool.
So it creates it into more of a 3D world, basically, kind of like Super Mario 64, right?
It's like actually doing it. It's pretty cool,
right?
Pretty
64
neat that he did
Galaxy style, where it's like, you want.
I wonder how he went about doing that. Did he get a top view and then build up from there, or
that would be my guess?
Yeah, that's how I would. Maybe you can find the files where it's a top view version of 720, and then you could build up from that.
I mean, he knows the game pretty well too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just being accurate would be tough because it looks pretty good. It's pretty accurate.
It's tight.
To my eyes, it looks pretty good. Yeah, it's tight. So I don't know.
Yeah, and I know 720 pretty well, and I would say, it looks really good.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's not the original game. Like, there's no question. You're like, oh, I'm not playing 720, but it's like, all right, I get it. You're nailing it.
It's a 3D realized version of 720, kind of. Yeah.
It'd be like if you're like playing like a VR version of like Doom 2. Like, oh yeah, I get it. It's Doom 2. It takes me a second here, and once you get it, you get it.
Yeah.
In a Lego-looking world.
A little bit.
Yes, exactly.
Lego-y.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not quite Minecraft.
Kind of blocky, kind of robo-blocky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Minecrafty. Right, Seabart? Oh, Seabart's gone.
He's not even here. Yeah. I threw that at him too, and I realized he wasn't even here.
So, Mock, you said you had your account hacked. The same thing happened to my friend on Xbox. What?
Yeah.
Is that a pretty common thing to happen where you get your?
Oh yeah, it's just a nightmare to get it back though. I had to.
How do they do it?
I filed a grievance on the money, and then I contact Xbox, and then they ask you about 10 billion questions. They have you go into weird menus I've never heard of and seen in Xbox, so they can find out your location and your name of your system and all that stuff. Because what they do is they check your account and see where it went. Yeah. Mine went to Germany, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, so someone in Germany hacked me. Yeah, close enough. Yeah, so that was freaky. I it sucked because all the games that I've ever purchased were just gone. Nothing works. Can't sign in.
So they were able to retrieve it for you and everything?
It took about 4 days after I filed and everything, and you have to create a new email account with them.
Yeah.
Too. But it was a real pain in the ass, but I was able to finally get everything back. But thank God, because over the years I've had Xbox from the beginning, so it's like anything you've ever bought. So it's sort of like having your Steam account hacked.
Dude, if my Steam account got hacked, I would be
crying
in a world of shit.
Yeah. So
got like 300 games on there.
Yeah.
No, my buddy that got hacked, he lost the account. He put the grievance in. He got it back. A month later, it got rehacked again. He said, "Screw it, I'm done."
It sucks. Well, those hackers, they use like password generators that just keep trying until they can get through. So
use good passwords.
You got to use good passwords that have like a lot of weird characters and shit. Yeah, uppercase, lowercase, weird characters, and all sorts of.
And crud. Actually, length is the. Just saying, ladies, length is the important part.
Length matters.
Hey, and don't forget about us guys. Some of us guys like that too. So.
Yeah.
Mr. Bleached Butthole there.
That's right.
I've got more about technique past.
Terry, I was correlating the tanning boost coming to an end as popularity to the beginning of bleached assholes. Like there's something about keeping the color tone skin uniform throughout the whole body. I don't know.
Yeah, I was actually listening to that part, and because I was eating my dinner.
Oh God!
And I was like, oh, I kind of, I was like, oh, this is
tossed salad, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Sorry, had to say it.
I was enjoying it tremendously. I'm like, oh, the guys are having a good conversation without me. I dare not come on right now. I didn't want to have a chilling effect, as they say. Yeah, that's true. It could have gone either way, but I feared having a chilling effect by my presence, so I waited. It was funny. I laughed out loud with them.
I only watch porn stars with perfectly bleached assholes.
And who the hell, who started that? Who experimented with how much bleach
California
that doesn't? Oh, I know. Yeah, because that must have gone horribly awry a couple of times, right?
It doesn't burn.
Yeah, the homemade.
It's not like the hair stuff.
Oh.
No, it's much more gentle bleach. It's not.
Unless you're doing
so it's not like straight Java.
It's not. Yeah, it's not like hydrogen.
I'm just pouring straight up.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. If you're pouring peroxide. Yeah. If you're. Sorry.
Is that what Michael Jackson used to use?
Sorry, buddy. 34 farted there and created some turbulence.
Do
not put raw bleach or peroxide on your body. It is a medical shit. If you do not do that.
Yeah, if you get your asshole bleached and it burns,
G4 TV.
There's a problem.
Then you're safe from COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
So, kind of related to the G4 TV topic, have you heard of a channel? It's new that they're developing. It's about to hit. It's called Venn TV. VENN TV. If you get a chance, look it up. But they're basically, the whole thing is supposed to be this online gaming universe of interactive global stuff. And I don't know if it's actually going to be an actual television channel that they're pitching, like for DirecTV or something. But they're dumping a lot of money into it, though. The company I work for, we did these 6 different big old jumbo screens in their studio, and they just released video of that today, earlier today. So I don't know. Check out VENN TV. So check that out when you get a chance. That I don't know what it's gonna lead to, but they talk about arcade gameplay and online social media interaction of gaming stuff. So I don't know. Anyways, the G4 TV made me think of that when you were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of the maybe not televised but quasi televised, so any of you guys who are on the email list planning on going to the virtual CACs? Did you guys see any of that?
Yes, I did see that. Yeah. So they're talking about doing the they have guest speakers. They're gonna do online stuff. It's
the conference.
Is it August 1st?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I got pushed back.
Not this weekend. It's the following weekend.
Right. To pay a fee or anything, or
nope, it's totally free. I think
free.
Yeah, I think that they'll take donations. So they're doing it on Twitch, and I'm not a Twitcher, so I have
it's just another streaming service.
Twitch account. I know, it's just the idea of making another account or something.
Well, you should get a smart TV, and you can just put it on there. You should have a smart TV by now.
It's smart enough to show me the shows I want to.
Yeah. No. In your smart TV, you go over to the options and apps, and you should have an app.
Do you have Amazon Prime, Carrie?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it makes it.
Carrie, do you have Amazon Prime?
Yes, I do.
Well, then you have a Twitch account.
Oh.
Just go log in with Twitch.
Okay.
Twitch and Amazon
are they're buddies
together. Yep.
Oh.
You get a free subscription every month to any Twitch streamer your heart desires.
Yep. So just log in with Amazon.
Okay.
You're
Thank
already
you.
there.
So now I can, I don't, because otherwise if I had to do an account, I probably would have been pissed off because my username was taken.
Yeah,
I was like,
no.
fucker.
Well, I mean, I can't promise that, but like, yeah.
But I mean, because I would have taken it because of my Amazon Prime account,
Yes,
right?
yeah, yes. But like, she has Switch Prime. If she has Amazon.
Gotcha. Okay.
Prime. So she's already got a Twitch account with Amazon.
Pro tip. Cool.
There you go.
I've never messed with it myself either. So
now you know.
Yeah,
you're not missing anything.
Our buddy John Colby is going to be one of the speakers. He's going to get one of the talks is Colby is going to do talk about Tempest game, tips and tricks, and we got somebody else doing Major Havoc and someone else doing iRobot. The iRobot would be,
iRobot would be cool to watch.
It would be cool. I mean, it just might make me angry that my iRobot still doesn't work, but other than that, it works for 5 minutes and it goes to.
Oh man.
Then I wait a couple of years before it works.
I kind of glossed over the topics, but yes, when it was Major Havoc, they kind of caught my attention, and so supposedly they do have more levels they're going to show, or the completion of Major Havoc.
Yep.
So that'll be interesting to see what they go into detail of what those ones are. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm popping over to their page to see. So it's somebody from Zen Studios. Vid Kids. Stupid. Slow down there.
Taking shits. We don't even know. We should get a little camera and at the ground.
We should get a camera and do what?
Yeah.
Who's taking shits and?
Yeah, poop owners.
We got live feed from the Mock arcade.
Right, this is way more interesting than what I was talking about.
Mock. He uses headphones.
He doesn't realize that we can hear him.
Yeah. I don't know if I should be quiet or speak louder.
I know, they're like right over here.
Yeah.
I know they're right. Yes, you're right next to them.
They're like right next to me. It's so
oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
About a week. No, not for that thing. It's not full of poop though. Is it?
Full of poop.
Someone's getting a boner.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
That excuse doesn't work. That's right.
So the
Is it really poop?
So
it's a penis.
One that could be interesting is Stern Pinball. They're going to be there talking about Stranger Things.
Oh, okay.
So that could be that could be interesting.
Mock, you should have muted yourself.
Sorry, my cats keep taking shits in my fucking bathtub.
We heard all of that.
Sick of my cats. Does anybody want 2 cats? Sick of them. God, both of them taking shits in the bathtub now.
Is this poop?
Clean out their litter box a little more.
That place stinks.
Yeah. Do you have a litter box? First question.
Yeah.
You even have a litter box that self cleans, and
right? You got the fancy one. You showed us that
fancy
time.
one, bastards.
We're gonna need a teardown video on the fancy cat pooper.
Yes.
We need Crafty on here. He was having kitten issues.
My wife was trying to tell me it's because the cat sandbox isn't clean, but yet I clean it like every week, and it's great. I'm not. She's not.
You need to clean it more than that.
You should do it every day.
How many? No.
It's the automatic one.
Oh, doesn't matter. It's the smell will still be there, and the cats will go, "I'm not shitting there. Something else shit there."
It doesn't smell. It's like my wife, she's in denial that the cats are pieces of shit.
And they give you like the pink eye and the fucking size and
awful.
You're friends with the urinator, aren't you?
That's right.
Whereas dogs will be like,
cats are going to be doing upper deckers in your toilet.
Yeah. Basically, thumbs, they would fucking lift that toilet off and do that.
Yeah, like if dogs had thumbs, they'd take over the world.
Mom, you empty the reservoir, buddy.
Dogs are like, wait, somebody's shat here? Cool, that's my turn.
I'll show them.
Exactly, it's the opposite of cats.
And they pull down their pants.
This fire hydrant smells like another dog's piss. I must cover it with my own.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, it smells so much better now. Yeah.
Exactly.
Speaking of pants,
or lamppost or traffic light.
How come they don't have pants?
Well, some do.
Do they?
Didn't Tiny
Donald
Toons?
Duck doesn't have pants. I guess Mickey Mouse has shorts, but
Mickey Mouse is wearing shorts. But
everybody else is pantless.
Minnie
Like
has a
Daisy
dress.
is pantless. And Donald
Goofy.
Duck's pantless.
Goofy has pants.
Oh, Goofy has pants.
Goofy's
Okay,
got
Yeah.
pants.
you're right.
Yep.
Good call.
So some have pants.
Mickey wears robes when he's.
There's
Wizard
no
Mickey.
rules really. I mean,
I
if you kind of
guess.
understand the cartoons.
Why do they wear clothes?
Yeah.
When they have fur.
And now we got
I
Wee
don't
Man
know.
behind
Yeah.
Cack.
Yeah, that's why I
Like he
say-
disappeared into him too.
Yeah, I
Wee
know, he
Man
did.
Wrestling Club.
There's Mario and is it
Are those
Commando?
all Wee Man? Because one of them.
No, none of them
Yeah,
are
that's
Wee
what I was-
Man. I'm just
Yeah, I know.
They're Wee Men, but not Wee Man.
they're Wee Men.
You can collect the whole set.
It's like muscle.
Collect them all.
It's like let's.
Oh no.
Oh,
What have I done?
.u. Dot .e.
Now at McDonald's.
Like a muscle
I
poster.
want to get a Happy Meal.
Except for they're not all pink. That's
Yeah.
racist.
Well,
Races against pink muscle men.
Well, no, it's like a commando, right? It's like Wii Commando, and plus Mario and a wrestler, and the dude in the goatee. Yeah, never mind.
Dyson, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
So Jim, have you gotten your mask with the
I did. Yeah. I
you have it?
I
Can you
just
model it?
decided to snap it's in my car.
Oh.
So yeah. I don't want to go get it. But no, I had it I got
Next
it about a week ago. Yeah. Next
Yeah,
week,
it came when I was out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I want that Schwarzenegger one.
It came-
from fucking
Oh yeah.
Total
it came with
Recall.
my the Dollman Blu-ray set. Like it
Nice.
came with all that. So yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Which I
Yep.
haven't done the Swappy Roo, but we haven't got those yet. But
Yeah.
before they get pulled, the new ones will go in there.
Yeah. Well, the like Dollman there was some hiccup like 10 minutes, 12 minutes into it. So I
It
was
happens
like,
with
oh, shit.
some yeah.
Yeah.
I
It was
usually
just easier.
try and jump through chapters and just check in between each chapter as I'm going through before I add
Oh,
it
yeah.
to stuff. But I've been a little bit overloaded lately.
Nah.
I've been
yeah.
doing the best I can, but I assume a little bit before I put it in.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Then do you use was it Make MKV?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was doing, and then I was just
that's my
using
bread and butter.
Yeah, and then I was just using Handbrake to
If-
drop the file size a little bit.
You can knock it down a little bit with Handbrake. I use Make MKV and then just like select the tracks for audio and subtitle tracks that I want to make sure I include.
Yep.
And then just rip directly from there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's what.
How long does it usually take? Like a regular movie,
for-
2-hour movie.
For a Blu-ray or for a DVD? Blu-ray is Blu-ray is a little bit better than 1:1. So you got a 2-hour movie. It's a little bit better than 2 hours.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, it's about enough.
Depends on
Yeah.
how fast your Blu-ray drive is, really.
Yeah.
What's a DVD? Like 15 minutes?
DVDs are really fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very a lot of compression.
15 minutes about. Yeah, that's about right. But it's all about the speed of the drive and how fast your optical drive and your hard drive. So if I'm ripping it to a 7200 RPM hard drive, the best I can do is about 40 megasecond, because that's about as fast as those drives can write. If I was doing it to a SSD, which I would never do for a media ripping drive, because
Right.
you're basically just abusing the shit out of it.
Yeah.
You could do it a lot faster. You could basically do it at the max. But I mean, typically, like a good Blu-ray drive, you can do 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1. It'd be 4-to-1 would be a really good one.
Yeah. Most of mine were
It'd be like 30 minutes.
like if I was just doing the Make MKV, if I wasn't running them through Handbrake at all, like it was between 30 and 60 minutes, somewhere in there.
And most stuff I'm doing is just straight MKV. I don't run anything through a Handbrake if I can help it.
Ah, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I try and do shit at this point, physical media is going away. I'm trying to save the shit as best as I possibly can.
Yeah.
Anyway, so movie night, we had a great time.
Yeah.
We did Frisco Kid, which I think it was just Gabby and Necros and I.
Mhm.
Obviously, you guys weren't big fans of
I actually wanted to see that movie. I
had to work.
Didn't work out for me for what we were doing that day.
It's a very offbeat movie. So I get it. But yeah, Gene Wilder and Harrison Ford doing like a Western basically with a Jewish overtone. But Gabby and Necros and I had a great time with that one. And then most of the rest of y'all showed up for Falling Down.
That's an awesome movie.
Which was super fun. And doesn't date super well.
No, wow, what a different movie that was watching it now.
It is.
Yeah.
Because I think like the thing is like you're sort of setting up Michael Douglas as sort of being the hero. Throughout the whole movie. I was
a different person back then because when I saw that movie, I was like on his side the whole time going, yeah,
right.
Yeah,
damn the man.
Yeah.
And defense. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and now I'm watching, I'm like, ooh.
He's kind of cringy the first fucking scene.
Oh boy.
And throughout the rest of the movie. It's definitely different watching it now. That's like 93?
Something like that.
That came out? Yeah.
The Nazi
Early
guy
90s.
is still hard to watch too. That was hard even back then. It was just he's so cringy.
But so had a good time with that, and then we watched The Counselor, which was our bonus movie, basically our third watch of the night. But that was a great movie too. We got to see the car wash scene.
Yeah, every time I go by wiper blades now, I'm gonna think of
Cameron Diaz wiper blades.
Cameron Diaz doing the wow. So 2013 that came out. I don't think any of us besides
I never heard of it.
Gabby had even heard of it.
No.
And it had Brad Pitt, Cameron Diaz,
Michael Fassbender.
Fassbender, yep. Rosita. No,
what's that guy's name from No Country for Old Men?
Penelope Cruz.
Penelope Cruz was in it too. That's right.
Yeah.
She has a small part. Yeah.
Smallish, but she's
smallish.
Yeah, I mean to the main character, she's pretty important. Yeah,
so. It's true. What's the guy's name from the No Country for Old Men? That guy. It's kind of a different role for him. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either. Yeah. But yeah, so like that was a great movie. A fun movie. Tough at the end of the night. We were all asking for sort of like happy movies after watching Falling Down, which is
I need something funny and light.
Downer.
I need a light, dumb movie like Hamburger. Hamburger 2.
Hamburger 2, the motion picture. Yeah.
That was way too heavy of a movie to watch when I was that hammered.
Yeah.
Man, by the end of it, I'm like, oh, I'm
good movie. I want to watch it.
I was on the edge of my seat watching that. Yeah. It's so, those kind of movies where, you know, people are going to die or people could die or people are after you. It's just, I'm on the edge of my seat.
Right, and it's a bit of a downer too, because like without giving anything away, like people die and
left and right. Yeah,
I mean, there's
things go south quick.
Yeah, but great cast. I mean,
amazing actors. Cast. Yeah. I think the best scene was the Brad Pitt scene. That was just crazy.
Yeah, Brad Pitt's
holy
great
shit.
in that one. Yeah.
And is that real? Do you guys know if that's a real thing?
The little.
Device.
The device that
that just keeps cinching down on you, cinching down, and
basically chops your head off.
Sounds like a saw trap to me.
It is.
It kind of is. Yeah, it's like basically like a device that is like a machine.
A piano wire.
You throw it around someone's neck like a dog.
Zip tie it
thing,
almost.
And then it just slowly machine just starts slowly just getting tighter and tighter and tighter until it just takes your head off.
And then you're holding it, your fingers pop off.
You know what's happening, but you can't stop it.
Yeah.
And there's no way to stop the machine.
Yeah.
And
it goes until your head until it's all the way like through and your head pops off. Yeah, you die before your head pops off, but
like if you get your fingers in there, then it just chops his fingers off. And they showed that in the movie, which is brutal too. But anyway, spoilers on a 2013 movie, but
yeah, that was pretty rough.
Yeah, we need to end with.
Gabby is a good movie, but that should have been like maybe a second movie or a first movie.
That's number
not
one,
a third movie. Yeah, I need to watch something really like aimed for like.
Drinking,
my
or
drinking
smoking,
level,
just a goofball movie at the end.
Yeah, like I said, like Porky's 2 the next day or something like that.
Porky's 2 would have been a good candidate. Yeah. So a good movie, but we should make sure to like pick our third and fourth features if we actually make it to 4.
Did you guys watch another one, or did everyone shut out at that time? Because I left after the third one.
I left at the end of The Counselor, so I don't know.
Okay, me too. All right.
Yeah.
I think we all
That
did
was
then.
like I was kind of
done.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah. And it was like 2:00 in the morning. I had to get up at 9 and go hike a mountain, which I did.
Oh, okay, good for you.
Yeah.
All right. Did you do it by yourself? Or did you have friends you're doing it with?
My wife and my sister-in-law came along.
Okay, so you've already made plans with people.
It was
you gotta,
plans.
like,
yeah.
It's not like you can just say, fuck it, I'm sleeping in.
I 100% could have done fuck it. I'm sleeping in, but I wanted to do it. So
you want to do it, yeah.
You're committed.
Yeah.
Hiking's fun. Oh yeah, so movie night. What's got picked for next week? I forget.
Next week. Oh, good question. I don't,
because I wasn't there for the picking. I forget.
it was Anyone? I'll pull it up. I did update the website. So next week is Young Frankenstein first.
Oh, I gotta tell Keith because he was asking me if you guys are gonna play that one.
100%. It's in the list. So Young Frankenstein followed by Atomic Blonde.
Oh, okay.
Another good one.
Yep. So 2 amazing movies, very different movies.
Yeah, very different movies.
But that's how the rando works.
Yep.
So Young Frankenstein, obviously hilarious. Mel Brooks, black and white. Gene Wilder, amazing movie. And then Atomic Blonde, a little bit more modern.
It's based off a comic,
contemporary, yeah,
but kind of a current
actiony
comic.
kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a pretty crazy movie. I've seen it. So
So-
what's the actress that's in that? The one, what's her name? Atomic Blonde. Who's the actress that's in that? The blonde.
The Wind. Sorry.
What is she? She's from like
Charlize Theron.
Fury Road. Yeah, Charlize Theron. That's her. She
Nailed
kicks
it.
ass.
Thank you.
She fucking kicks ass, man. Oof. Yeah, that was her baby, by the way. That movie. She like helped produce it and helped like make it, and that was all her.
It's kind of like a female James Bond.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like an agent. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, anybody have any other news? Did anybody hear any news about the Dragon's Lair? Because they were supposed to announce something last week. I didn't see shit.
What is this?
Although I did see that the In Search of Tomorrow updated, and they're doing a viewing of
they've been doing their own movie nights.
Escape from New York with Adrian Barbeau as a special guest.
Oh, how funny.
How fucking awesome is that?
Wow, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
fun.
Adrian Barbeau, and if anyone knows like Adult Swim, C Lab 2021, there's Adrian Barbeau bot. Which
That's funny.
It's pretty exciting.
And having seen like some interviews and things that she did, 10, 15 years ago, she's a fucking hoot. Like she has a really good sense.
I think
of
it would be
humor.
really fun.
Yeah.
To hear her like talk through watching that movie.
Yeah.
That seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Let's see. They do their own movie nights. They've been doing a few different.
They did
events.
Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
I don't even
so we get
remember
these announcements because we bought the movie, so we get invited to their little movie nights.
Yeah, on
So
Discord. They're
they bring in a
basically doing the
guest or
same thing that
something.
we do with a much bigger audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
And inviting like stars like Adrian Barbeau bot.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Isn't she the one in Creep Show where she plays?
She is 100%.
Yeah, she gets shot in the head and all that other stuff.
It's the the
And
crate.
no good in bed.
That's right. It's the crate. It's the crate. Yeah.
The crate.
Yeah.
Henry.
Yeah. Oh, she's so
obnoxious.
annoying.
Yeah.
She said in an interview that she was really worried about that part because God, I'm such a bitch.
She's a huge bitch. Yeah.
Everyone's gonna hate me after this movie. She said.
One of the things I liked about her when I've heard her in interviews is that she doesn't seem to take herself too seriously. That she has kind of the perspective on the Adrian Barboobs that she's been.
Yeah.
Swamp Thing boobs.
Or Cannonball Run, she'd show her boobs to get out of a ticket. Remember?
Yep.
That Burt Reynolds movie.
Captain Chaos. Fog. She's in the Fog.
Also. Oh, the Fog. Yeah, she's in that too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she's in a lot of things.
Radio show.
Yeah, the radio announcer girl. Yeah. Mostly by herself throughout that whole movie, right? Isn't she just the radio person?
Yeah.
Most of the time. So. Yeah. Yeah, she's cool. And still alive.
It'll be fun. Yeah. So, and still alive, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't remember when that broadcast actually happens, but I think that's the first one that I've seen that I was like, I kind of want to tune into that one.
Yeah.
Because I think like they're gonna have like thousands of people on Discord, but like it'll be just them speaking and that we can hear. I think it'll be really fun to hear her do her feedback on that show.
We should look into that.
It's a great movie too.
Let me look at the email and see when that event is. Search of Darkness. Is it? It's not Search of Darkness.
No, it's Search of Tomorrow.
Search of Tomorrow. That's right. Sunday, July 26th. That's this Sunday, right?
Yeah. Yeah, would be.
Yes. Yep.
So maybe, I don't know.
It's
Mock and you and I can tune in at least, but
yeah, it's 8:30 p.m. Pacific. Is that right?
I think I might be watching that this weekend.
Oh, wait a minute. No. July 26th, 12:30 p.m. Pacific.
Oh, it's like an early show.
8:30. What's BST mean?
British Standard Time.
Oh, British Standard Time. Okay.
What's that? UTC?
So it's at 12:30 Pacific. That's a weird time, right?
Yeah,
it's like the Sunday afternoon
at noon.
Yeah,
so it's at noon on Sunday.
So all the old people can go to bed at 4.
Yeah. I got to go to bed after the movie.
Yeah.
It's going to be 3 o'clock.
I mean, if Saturday doesn't go too crazy this week, then I think I'm going to tune in for that one.
I'm going to try to remember. I'm going to set a reminder for that one. Noon.
Well, I'll see.
That's on what's going on. But that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Looking forward to when that movie comes out.
The fact that they're doing all these like sort of like live shows, like this is like basically a preview. All these movies, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although I guess Escape from New York is a little bit sci-fi, but just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like a tiny
bit supposed to be the future.
Like a little bit, yeah. I guess.
I mean, the technology is very.
It'll go into that. It's sort of apocalyptic.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're driving a Lincoln with the fucking
chandeliers
on the fucking hood.
I remember the computer stuff was very but that was all animation, because they didn't have computers that did that.
They couldn't do that. Yeah. The screens wouldn't refresh that fast.
Yeah. So that's kind of made it feature. And some of the weapons look cool, but they were pretty much standard machine gun weapons. No lasers it was just or anything.
Yeah. Basically the whole thing about the bridge is like basically mines.
Yeah.
It's all. And the only thing it was like computerized was like, oh, here's the president and here's where his pod went down. And they had
that was cool.
Bleep, 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 and then here's where he went down. Mm-hmm. And then they had like the vector version of the city where they flew through to go find him.
And that wasn't even vector; that was a painted model.
Really?
They just did a flyby, a Tron style.
They outlined a model to look like vector, and they just did it with filters and made it look like it was a vector building city.
I didn't know that. That's I get it. I totally like when you said that. I was like, oh shit, you're right. That's totally. It's a practical effect.
It's a practical effect. Yeah. Well, it's effective.
Yeah.
No, it looks good.
It's
kind of funny that's what they had to do back then. Now it would be CG. But what's funny is Escape from New York, the sequel to Escape from LA has some of the worst CG. It's like the CG would look like if I did it. It's awful. It's in fact, I think I could probably do it better. It's really bad though. Like when he's underwater and all that, and there's sharks attacking him, and it looks like Sharknado effects. It's so bad.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh, it's bad.
What do you think it was? Just budget, probably?
Yeah, no, it was
Yeah,
totally
they
budget.
probably gave him a little small budget.
Yeah. Carpenter hardly ever got very big budgets, so he kind of did what he could, and
It was all.
that's why he did all his own music to save money.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Yeah. And why you always know his music and every one of the movies he does.
Dun dun
dun
dun dun
dun boom boom dun dun dun.
Oh, I love the beginning of Escape from New York. Wow. Oh, that's the best. Oh, I love the soundtrack.
He's more talented. I couldn't write the music. I mean, I couldn't fucking do it. So
he did Halloween theme. Yeah, you can't beat that. My God,
that's
he created that. Yeah,
yep,
it's amazing. So kudos to
on a
him
budget
for doing that with his budget and creating something cool, and memorable. I mean, Halloween,
you know right where it came from.
Yeah, Halloween is memorable, big time. They still do it, like at haunted mazes and shit. You still hear that crap.
Right.
That's like back in the 80s. It's crazy. So, but yeah, so I don't know when this documentary is supposed to actually be released. I think they just say what, in a year from now or so, or whenever it's
I think it was 2021.
Yeah, whenever.
So we knew that it was gonna be a while, but
yeah,
fuck,
we got in early.
They're obviously fucking doing a great job. Like they're pulling in every update I get from them is like, holy shit, you guys are doing a watch party with like an amazing movie and a great actor.
Someone in the movie.
You pulled in it, yeah. So, yeah.
And they might even got more contacts since the last documentary they made. I bet they made even more contacts ago.
And
you should
In Search of Darkness is great.
That was a really fun
4 hours of fucking amazing movie. Yeah. I don't even know who's doing this.
Dave, I think.
It's Dave, and he's turned way down because it's so fucking loud.
That's super
loud. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Holding the phone up to the mic.
For people out there that have not seen Escape from LA, go check that out. Skip Escape from Escape from New York. Do not watch Escape from LA. It's horrible.
LA, if you're really into the first one, then you'll like Snake Plissken.
Better than the movie, actually.
But yeah,
the
the original Escape from New York is a fucking amazing movie.
Didn't you get bummed that there wasn't like a cool
Snake Plissken
fight with Plissken and a head guy? I mean, playing a basketball game is so stupid. I hate. There's so many things I hate in that movie. How about surfing into the street?
That's dumb.
Stupid.
Yes.
That's so many stupid parts. Oh,
I gotta go to bed, guys. I got 18 games to pick up tomorrow. I'll see.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, and get some
that's cool.
poker to play.
Beer,
No.
Get rested up for tomorrow night, Dave.
I don't know. I might have to make it Thursday. I don't know. I'm gonna be gone all day. The wife might get mad.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
We don't want that.
All right, take care.
See you, buddy.
Toodaloo,
Toodaloo.
Dave.
Hello.
Au revoir.
Ciao.
Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen.
Ciao. Dingote.
Should just have them all broken up. I just play one of them.
One at a time.
Yeah.
I think Jim needs to give Carrie the soundboard and she can take it over.
Yeah, that was fun. I had fun.
You look like you're having fun doing it.
Yep. Yeah. I had to completely ignore the IRC, although it was, I'd like at least at home I have my laptop. But yeah, no, that's and I'm starting to get to know where some of the things were like, okay, this will be in one of the 3 short clip ones or whatever. And
if someone's talking about something related, you're like, oh, I know we have a sound for that.
Right. I know.
Find it real quick.
Yeah. My frustration is not knowing
predict.
Knowing where it is. Like I know that some of the sounds are there, but I don't know where to find them.
Oh, you don't know what it's called or whatever.
Right. Well, because there's so many tabs. It's
Oh.
it is, there's just I don't know what it is, 20 or something, 25 or
Yeah,
something.
there's a lot.
There's a lot.
We should play next week a game where you play a sound effect, Jim, and IRC has to guess where it's from.
Like what movie or something?
Yeah, that's where it's from.
Kind of like what I was
is.
doing with
We
the
did it a little bit last week, but the problem was it was like the 3 of us, and I was like, sorry, I'm missing all the Evil Dead ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Like,
Make it a treat.
I like Evil Dead, but I'm not like that hardcore fan who can tell you like which scene that came from,
right.
and
I could.
Yeah, 100%. Like together. Like I was calling them out before it became a contest.
Yeah.
Before it became a contest, I was like, oh yeah, but you're doing that, and then you're doing that.
Yeah.
But then it became a contest, and I was like, fuck, I don't know. It was like crickets.
Yeah.
It's like Gino was being quiet, and Seabart. It was like Seabart, Gino, and I basically, and like we just fell on our faces.
Yeah, it's nice having like it's fun because I was telling Carrie, I'm like, well, the good thing about you playing sounds is that you're going to play sounds that I either forgot about or they're not in my muscle memory. So, because like,
here's another thing we could do is play sound effects from a arcade machine and see if IRC can guess what it is. You know,
we don't want to be arcade radio.
15 seconds, 30. No, they play songs like 70s music and stuff. I'm talking about arcade sound effects.
Yeah.
You know, like Gak can like record some "Come On Baby" and no one will know what the fuck that is. You know.
Well, I think we talked about doing that with the little bits of side art. We throw up like a picture and be like,
"Oh, like a piece of it."
Tiny piece of side art.
Oh, that'd be fun. You got to guess what game it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, and it could be a control panel. Could be
like a Mega Touch
bezel,
game.
Could be
Toki has some trippy pictures. You could get a picture out of that.
Maybe we could do like a random.
You'd never guess any of those.
Oh, I would keep my mouth shut. This is for IRC. I'm not gonna guess.
It'd be like Photo Pop on Mega Touch. Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah.
Right, like for a little tiny.
Which I still think it would be amazing to do like a new run of like the Photo Touch pictures. Yeah.
They're also tiny, like the resolution. So
I mean, seriously, they'd be like 320.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They're probably 320 resolution.
Yeah. Basically, like
very.
Well, the newer, I mean, they have older versions and then the newer ones, but yeah. But even then, like I think
it'll be easy.
I think the highest res, because there's the 800 by 600, then there's the 1024 by 768. I think is the highest resolution.
800 by 600 is 15-inch, and then 1024 is a 17-inch monitor.
Yeah, but like on the 2014, like the one that you have, they have 3 resolutions. When you're doing the calibration, you'll see that calibrate it for 640, now calibrate it for 800 by 600, now calibrate it for 1024 by
I don't think I've gone through all that stuff yet.
Ding.
Didn't realize it. All right.
Yeah.
Homework.
Yeah, that's work. Fuck that.
Well, I mean, it's obviously calibrated just fine, so it doesn't. The game automatically changes the resolution. Yeah.
Maybe I'll if I can find some time, I'll put a little library together of some snippets of images. Yeah, then we can just like, well, I'll send it to somebody or maybe I'll just do it like share screen.
You do it, and we do a share screen and just like make it a joke or make it a.
The only thing is when I share screen, I can't read the IRC. So, well, I guess I could if I split it.
I mean, we can always.
I don't have 2 screens. Yeah. Well, who has 2 screens connected on there? Andrew, maybe you could do it.
I have 2 computers.
Yeah. I got to put another monitor over here. Yeah.
I need to put another monitor right here.
Right here?
Yeah.
No, over here. I'm sorry, over here.
Over here. And it goes wherever I go. Fishy, fishy, fishy.
Well,
cool.
Is that it? Are we done
pretty
for
much
the
I
night?
think we might be done.
I think we're out of gas. Yeah.
I was on fumes before the show.
Oh, I know you worked late, Carrie. Poor girl.
Oh, yeah.
I like those pictures that Gleek was posting of like, fuck work. Oh fuck! But I got it. He took out the papers. It's like, but that's okay. It's okay. I got
fuck work. But I have bills to pay.
I have bills to
Yeah,
pay.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I fucking hate you. It's like the Handmaiden's Tale. Like,
yeah,
spread your legs. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's terrible.
Never mind. I was going to ask where you go with that, but I don't want to know the answer.
Nope, I'm done.
Don't have Hulu.
It's just a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I'm deep into season 2 on that. Actually, I just started watching
On
it
Handmaid?
again. Yeah, Handmaid's Tale. Yeah.
Did you ever finish The Boys? Because season 2 is coming.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, I finished
Did
that.
you finish The Boys?
Yeah.
Elizabeth Shue and
yeah,
because you still had 2 or 3 episodes to go.
I had to. Yeah, I finished that.
Oh, you did. Okay, good. Because season 2 is coming. And you got to be ready for it.
and Mandalorian.
It's been so long. You have to rewatch season 1.
Are they doing a new Mandalorian coming out soon?
Yeah,
that's coming soon. I don't know when though. Have they announced
October.
when?
Because man, I've been like just blowing money.
Yeah,
on
I know.
Disney.
But
I keep spending $7 whole
I know
every month when I could use that on a Burger King hamburger or something.
Yeah, I think I did the prepay the whole year for 50 or 60 or whatever it was.
Oh, you did a year?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like I haven't seen shit. They did like
they'd hardly add anything that I
There's
see.
been almost
did
no
some
new
random
content.
kind of sci-fi-ish.
They
Disney
said their
Plus
goal
has been really disappointing for the content.
They said their goal was 100% bullshit.
Bullshit.
How come Mickey Mouse Club? Not that I want to watch it, but my mom wanted to watch it. They have 3 episodes. Okay, I wanted to watch it. But they have 3. I don't care about the black and white Mickey Mouse Club, but my mom does. And they have 3 episodes on there. It's like, what the fuck? You've got like 20, like probably 300 episodes of that.
They have done shit for new content.
It's
on Disney Plus.
They
launched, and it's the same shit we were watching when it first.
Yeah, no, that's the new Mickey Mouse Club. Yeah, you're right, Andrew. They've only added recently the Avenger movies.
Very small shit that was available on other streaming services a month before they canceled it.
Sure.
So yeah, it's crap.
And
Disney Plus
censoring their movies on top of it by covering Daryl Hannah's
like in
butt.
the last maybe 3-ish weeks, they did some kind of sci-fi-ish make-believe movie. I don't remember what it was called now.
Wait, you're saying sci-fi is make-believe?
Yeah. Yes.
He lies.
Yes.
Don't try to tell us that there's no Santa Claus.
I'm very confused. what
I don't even remember what it was called.
Mommy, Daddy, spoilers.
There's a lot of people saying they didn't like it or thought it was shitty. I was like, it was entertaining. I thought it was
which one movie are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Maybe I'm
I
might have seen it though. Is it that one where
just making up a conversation on the fly?
It was.
Is it the one with the guy with the thing and the girl with that other thing?
And the place.
Is it the one where
they
the
went to that
girl
place
is
and
an
they did that
elf and
thing?
she goes off looking for somebody?
That was a great one.
I think I saw that. I don't remember her name though.
Wait, it's Disney.
Yeah.
It might have been Apple. Shit, I don't know.
Oh man, I can't
Don't
help
blame
you there.
Apple.
Yeah, but Disney Plus has been disappointing though.
It's been
like
really disappointing.
It's missing some shit too. You know, it's
Yeah.
like there's some stuff missing here and there, and
it smells.
Yeah. I mean, most of their stuff's there. You know, stuff's like I went looking for Dumbo the other day, and it's not even alphabetized. I gotta like to put it in the search to find it. I go to the animated movies. Shouldn't it be in the alphabetized right there under D?
A B C Dumbo.
It's not called the Dumbo.
No. Yeah, I know. I was just gonna say they renamed it.
It wasn't there. I'm like, what the hell? So then I put in search to see if it is there.
El Dumbo.
It's there. It's just not properly placed.
Holy shit! Speaking
So
of that,
lame.
same thing. Like I just got access to HBO recently, and oh my fucking god! Like the shit they show you up front is like basic, but if you go digging, you can actually find a whole bunch of other stuff.
A bunch of archived like
It's
movies that
what
are in there.
You
so
actually have
it's
to
what
dig for
Netflix
it.
isn't, is what you're saying. You can
kinda like
actually find
Amazon.
things when you search for them.
Yeah,
Amazon
yeah.
Prime's like that too. It's
Well,
like
eventually.
the face of
Yeah.
it is like
Well,
just a
Amazon,
few
but yeah,
things.
but they also have like the thing with Amazon Prime. Even though you're a Prime member, where it's like they're still trying to sell you shit.
I don't
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
Which
they keep
pisses me
trying.
There
off.
should be a
I know.
filter.
Like, oh, it's
To
here. Oh no, I
no
gotta
end.
rent it. Oh no, I have to buy it.
Where's
Yeah, I
where's the
have to rent
filter
it.
for included with Prime?
Right.
Yeah.
Just give me fuck off with the paid shit.
Yeah.
Just give me the shit that I
Yeah.
already paid for.
So you know what I do is I go to
And
search
stop selling me
and I
fucking
put Prime
advertisements.
only.
Yeah.
I write that in the search, Prime only. And
So
sometimes
Artemis Fowl is what it's called. Artemis Fowl.
It's at the tip of my tongue.
I haven't seen that.
So that came out within the last few weeks.
Hmm.
It's kind of, yeah.
Is it a Disney movie?
Yes, it's on Disney Plus.
Never heard of it. Is it live action or cartoon?
It's live action.
Okay. Nope, not heard of that one.
Let's see here.
All right, complaining about streaming services, Hangouts.
So as soon as like Mandalorian season 2 comes out and I power through that.
Cancel.
I think Disney.
Boom! I'm gone.
Disney feels like a fucking dud. It feels like a big fucking dud right now.
All right, I sent you guys the teaser trailer for it, and I put it in the IRC also. So Artemis Fowl. I guess it was getting some negative because like the people, it's based on a book, I guess. And if you read the book, that's typical, right? The book's always way better than the movie.
No, never.
Never. Yeah. But I guess there was some like there. I don't recall the whole gist of what it was. It was like there was a character that was supposed to be a stronger, more lead role, and they downplayed the character in the movie. They like switched the characters around a little bit, so some people were pissed off about that. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was entertaining though.
Oh, okay. Artemis Fowl.
Yeah, that's on Disney Plus.
I think Netflix still kind of has them all beat as far as the creative stuff and coming up with new content. And
yeah.
I just wish they would put more regular movies library in there. It feels very weak to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of like brand new, they built the movie, we filmed it in Canada and here it is. There's a lot of that shit.
Hey, now.
Hey, what the hell? Canada. Nothing against Canada, but
sorry, Chris. I didn't realize you were a big part of
everything's filmed in Canada.
Hey, I was in a movie. I was in one. I was an extra. I was sitting in the pews because some crackpot murdered his boss's wife.
Hey, Andrew's been in a movie too.
Yeah, so you did what?
That one's a little more known.
You did crap.
This was a Netflix.
No,
special.
it wasn't. You did craft services for a movie. I guess.
Gak's been in a movie.
Wow. If you want to.
I really gotta find this now.
Yeah.
It's not, no theatrical release on my shit. It was
straight to DVD or something.
VHS.
Oh, well, it's something. How about you, Carrie? Have you been in a movie somewhere, like
or a commercial or anything?
No.
No.
I was in a commercial.
I'm in one movie.
She's been in her own movies.
I'm in the Morgan Spurlock movie.
Yeah, that's right. I'm in music videos. Thank you very much.
Wait a minute. She does an annual movie.
Yeah, or at least I did.
Yes. I can't remember Jimbo right now, but there was you released something that was like 15 or 20 years old recently.
COVID killed the Carrie star. No.
Yeah. No, there was some like video you made with your friends.
Who did?
Jimbo.
And
you somebody posted it or you did on Facebook or something. You did something with your friends like
he did a bunch
years ago or something.
Oh yeah, like back in like 2002 or something. Yeah, we did a bunch of hokey stuff. Yeah.
I just remember seeing that. Like that was pretty funny. I don't remember what it was. I just remember being funny.
Right. Yeah. One of our videos. Yeah, they're out there somewhere on my channel.
Well, Jim's forgotten it all.
Blanked it out.
All blend together now.
I'll have to go through my T4s, but I was in one, but I'll have to like T4 slip like this in a fucking file like this. So.
And Mock, did you see the one that Time Runner like shared recently?
No,
it was something again from like 20 years ago. Like it was Back to the Future stuff.
And he
did like a Back to the Future 4 or something. He filmed with his friends like 20 years ago or something like that.
Oh, weird. Now.
And he shared it on Facebook not long ago.
Oh,
yeah, that was pretty funny too. Like, man, he's been hardcore.
Forever.
For a very long time.
I think I'm in the Tron and he's in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Tron.
Yeah.
I'll sometimes give him shit. What? You don't have a flux capacitor shirt? Like, I thought you were a big fan.
Yeah. You poser.
Yeah.
But just because you got a DeLorean, you think
there
you're hot
was
shit?
Some like one of the channels I was flipping through the other day was talking about like behind the scenes stuff with Back to the Future, and Eric Stoltz was supposed to be the original,
right?
Yeah,
right. So apparently one of the scenes they swear is like when he goes to swing at they're in like the restaurant or whatever.
Oh yeah, with Biff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he punches Biff or swings at him. That's Eric Stoltz footage, not Michael J. Fox.
It is. It's in the movie. Yeah, it was a better scene. It looked better in the editing room, and they kept it. So, when Biff is yelling at McFly and Michael J. Fox, it's actually Eric Stoltz. It's actually Eric Stoltz.
That does
it's back of his head. It's back of his head instead. So there's still some Eric Stoltz in there a little bit.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's pretty hilarious.
Oh, funny.
How shitty would that be? I mean, what's funny is that when you hear interviews with the guy who played Biff, I forget his name.
Tom Wilson.
Him and Christopher Lloyd both were scared after they fired Eric Stoltz. They're like, oh shit, if they fired him and we were already halfway through this movie, that means anybody could be fired at any time. We better be on our P's and Q's on this film. Yeah, so they were scared the whole rest of the movie that they were going to get fired.
And for me, like the third one was like personally my least favorite. But the Doc, they talked about, okay, so the Doc character, right?
Yeah.
That was his most favorite movie. And they were like, that was like his limelight. It was like the reversal of roles was like he was the main guy in the third one. And that was his only on-screen romantic role in his career. Where he actually has a scene where he kisses the lady, right? Wow. It's the only time he's ever had that in any movie he's ever done or any TV show.
I didn't think about that, but that might be true.
Yeah.
He did a lot of movies too. Yeah. My God. But he never had a romantic lead.
Right, because he was always kind of like
goofy, weird, creepy, whatever. Yeah. Fester or some shit.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
Klingon.
Although he's pretty funny in Clue. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a professor, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's always trying to hit on. He's kind of a creep in there as far as like he's always trying to.
There was a moment there though. Christopher Lloyd was making so many movies. I was almost getting sick of them though. I was like, my favorite Martian. Are you kidding? We have to have another Christopher Lloyd movie. You know, it's like enough. You know, it's like ugh. But there's some roles that he had that were really great though too. But
he's good.
You know, it's just he just did a lot of content in the 90s. So.
All right, sorry, I dragged it on. I started.
That's all right.
Tangent. So yeah, great call it a night, right, guys?
Yeah, I think so. I think everyone's tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what number was it?
I forgot to say the number.
232, I think.
It was in the
longest running live arcade podcast on YouTube.
Longest running season.
And
232.
All right.
Sorry if we offend some people out there. You know, we're just
probably.
I'm not sorry.
Right? Yeah.
You don't apologize.
If you know what the show is, you know what the show is. So you know,
it's the not show.
If you want to complain, complain on Clob like everybody else.
Yeah, right.
Complain on YouTube. We're used to
it. They complain about anything on there anyway, so who cares?
All right. It'll just bump our thread.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for
the joke's on you.
Someone besides Seabart bumping our thread.
Yes.
Nicely done.
Seabart. I appreciate that.
I mean, thanks, Seabart, but nobody else talks about us. So.
No, nobody cares.
We don't care.
And there it is.
Care.
All right. Another beer.
All right. Cheers, everyone.
All right, we're done. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Stop us before we get pooped.
See ya next night or game night or whatever.
Yeah.
We're gonna get flanked by Gloria Estefan.
Yeah.
Tonight.
That would be the ultimate. When that like the show's taken down because Miami Sound Machine.
Don't ever play anything from AC/DC. Remember when I just even had a 10-second clip I still got hit and they pulled it down. It wouldn't even let me. They wouldn't even monetize it off of me. They just yanked it. They said, yank it down.
Fuck
they're real assholes.
He just takes you out, man.
Yeah, he's a real dick. Most of them will just keep it up and they just get the benefits of the money from it. You know,
right.
But we don't monetize shit. So
yeah.
Mock, you know what I've experienced probably 20 times in the last 3 or 4 months. It was from 2 or 3 videos I did, just fucking around on Facebook, doing like live feeds. Like
oh, yeah, music in the background,
like the BitKit stuff or whatever.
Yeah,
it's just like random music playing in the background on my Amazon thing, and you can barely hear it. And it says something like, "Oh, flag for this. You may have segments muted," and then I'll get notifications later saying like, "Oh, this was released. It was fine." And it's like going through all these different countries. I swear, it's like weird.
I've had my entire video silenced on Facebook before just because Our Lips are sealed from the Go-Go's was in the background. It's like, geez. Just because of that.
Doesn't take much. Yeah.
No.
Andrew's in outer space.
Fucking
Andrew's,
space, man.
Andrew's outer space. Bitches.
I'm in space. Sorry, it's a Portal 2 thing. Anyway, thank you all for joining. We'll be back next week, but join us again for Thursday game night or Saturday movie night.
Yep.
If you don't know how to join us,
actually still live right now. I thought you cut.
Yeah, we're still
I know
live.
that's what I said. I'm like, wait a minute.
but Jim cut the music, so I kept it rolling.
Oh.
All right.
But
all right, so Jim,
so everybody, thanks for joining us. Everybody in IRC, thank you for joining us.
We're gonna do some Cyndi Lauper. Good night.
All right, good night, everyone.